I thought there was a guy sitting my feet. No, just this. Turn them up. Do you want that or do you want the wall? I want that. All right. Yeah, the wall. I don't know. Thank you, Mr. Flower. Happy great.
Gary's probably we got one commentary. I wonder if
I don't know.
But if they're not here, I'll sit there until he gets here.
we charge these, right?
I think so, yeah.
Well,
Is it charges in there?
Yeah. And the other one plugs in down there.
Then it should be in charge. Find out.
We're gonna find out.
Check 1, 2.
All right, we are back once again. The Hanbury Bros commentating the finals of the Women's Nash Cup here.
And I noticed actually both competitors are dressed like ninjas, Brad. All black.
They are dressed like ninjas.
That's right. I don't know.
I didn't realize they were on the court. They were so stealthy.
Yeah, there's something to this, I think. We'll see. I think generally the higher ranked player gets to pick their uniform, their color first. So if you're matching, the lower ranked player actually has to change. We'll see what happens after they take off their warm-up.
Something tells me they're not going to make them do that, but we'll see. Rules are a little different here in London.
That's true. So let's talk about the match, though, Brad. I think we've seen them all play some great matches this week. Obviously, it's the last match of the tournament. Holly's the favorite, the highest-ranked player in the draw, 19 in the world. Canadian #1. Salma's, actually, I don't know Holly's age offhand. I should have that researched, but Salma, I believe, is 19. So obviously up and coming, but she's like 50-something in the world. So this would be a big upset if she could win it. And I'd say so far she's probably been the most consistent player. Very few unforced errors, lots of winners, but attacking from high percentage areas of the court. So definitely well coached and kind of definitely is not going to beat herself. That's what I think. I think sometimes you're playing a better player, you try to do too much. I don't expect that from her.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's a favorite player, and she's been training really hard these past couple of years. Well, it's many years now, and it's really showing. Physically, she's dominant. Born in 94.
94. Okay, Brad, 94. Let's test your math. Brad, let's test your math. Come on. 94.
Well,
How old is she?
She'd be 29. Right?
Well, we'll see what the chat says.
I think 29, depending on exact. Oh, 21st of October. Okay.
Okay, coming up. Oh, this would be a nice early birthday present.
And El Tayeb, 2004.
Yeah, she's
Does that make
19.
you feel old?
19.
That makes you feel pretty old. We
And
are old, but
I do know that I've seen only 2 Canadians have won the Nash Cup before, one being Chandelier and the other Danielle Letourneau. So this is a chance to basically be part of history, where it's one of the longest, I think it is the longest standing actually Canadian PSA event.
It is now the longest
15 years now?
I think this is year 16, I believe.
Yeah, so that's definitely something that I think you would love to have in your resume, being a Canadian winning a big tournament in your home country.
Well, one thing too is, based on Holly's ranking and the points awarded for this event, if she doesn't win, she'll go down in ranking just as a result of not winning. If she wins, she basically stays flat. It's not going to help her ranking. So she came to this event because it's a Canadian event. She wants to support it. And
well, I think that's why a lot of higher-ranked players don't play in smaller tiered events, because if you just get in and lose first round, you're going to guarantee maintaining your ranking points. But obviously you want to win, right? You also want to play tournaments and win and feel confident and prove that you're better than the people ranked below you. So it's, I think, important for pros to go and play 20K, 30K tournaments and go and be successful. You don't want to be a pro and just losing first round, second round every tournament.
Well, I don't like doing that, and I'm not a pro. It must be even worse for the pros who train.
Well, at least for you, they have consolation draws.
I don't play the consolation anymore. I stick to the main draw, and then to.
All right, our 2 ninjas are ready, Brad. I think it's time for predictions here.
Our 2 shooting stars.
So, do you think it's gonna be a Canadian, our third Canadian champion? Or?
I think it will. Talboy here is saying 3-0 for Nudden.
And what about you, though?
I think 3-1 Nudden.
Okay, I did already tell you I think Holly in 4 as well. I just think that yeah, I think that Salma's game I think is going to actually hold up pretty well against Holly, but Holly's definitely just had more years of training, and
She does.
physically I think it's going to be hard for Salma to kind of hang in. I think over the course of the entirety of the match. So that 3-1 for Holly I think is obviously the wishful thinking, wanting the Canadian to win, but also I think it's you have to go with the experience here.
Yeah, you have to go with experience. And I think Elteva's game is going to hold up pretty well. And then about midway through the match, it's going to start breaking down under Holly's pace.
Well, we'll see. I do think the one area, just Holly maybe is plays almost like too straight, right? Too a little predictable sometimes. So if she's a little bit loose, oh, here we go, Mr. Nash.
Holly's over there. Yeah. In the all black is Selma El-Tayeb of Egypt. She's ranked 50th in the world. These two have not faced off in PSA competition before. You probably go face off otherwise.
Okay,
Here
we're
we
off.
go. 0-0.
Ooh, wait.
And very, I'd also say
that was
very
a
different
nervous
styles
start.
too. Very different styles. Yeah, Holly is yeah obviously done a lot of training. Very physically strong, powerful player, and very quick too. I think our core coverage has actually been really fantastic this week, and lets her get back into a lot of rallies. But Salma is basically just if you leave her mid court, we saw yesterday,
Yep.
she's gonna fire in some winners. So Holly's gonna definitely remedy that and make sure she's getting her to the back of the court.
Yeah, Eltab is a very nice mover on the court, too. Floats around the court, doesn't really seem to have.
But very different physiques, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
Altayeb is like, no, that was a let. Very, very, yeah, not very strong probably physically compared to Holly, but they can still hit the ball with the same amount of pace, which is pretty crazy to think
Yeah.
about, right? Like, it just shows you don't need to have a certain body type to just be able to hit the ball with like a heavy ball. Like it's definitely a lot about timing and technique.
Well, that's why squash is great. You don't. There's no one perfect body type for squash.
Although, do you remember? I think I mentioned to you, Brad, that like pace is not a target because you used to hit all your drives
Used
one
to.
pace. Used to.
I
Yes.
still do.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because now you're late to every ball, so you have to.
I would like to, though. Yeah, I'm just slow on the ball now. A little choppy here to start. Players just sort of getting the nerves
Yeah,
out.
it's early. It's the finals. It's expected to be nervy. There's a lot on the line. I mean, it's more than the ranking points. It's more than the money. It's you want to be a champion. You want to win tournaments, right? That's what they play for. It's about how many finals they win and what's their record in those finals. And actually, I think we should know that stat, Brad. That would make sense. How many finals has Holly been in? How many has she won? And what about Salma? That would be good stats. If we were getting paid, I think we would probably know that information.
Yeah, if we were getting paid.
Yeah. Even if we were just getting free beer, I feel like I could dig that up for you guys.
I'm getting free beer. Are you not?
What?
Never mind. No, don't. Just forget I said anything.
I guess your commentary is better than mine.
Well, have you read the YouTube comments? I don't think anyone agrees with that. They
I
say
have
I'm a
not.
waffler.
I have not read them.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. It hurt my feelings. Although we did have Joey Barrington, famous pro squash player, now retired and now PSA commentator, give a little shout out to the commentator here, the Nash Cup, which was nice.
I did see that, and he said that many people were taking squash a bit too seriously, including the players, which I feel like is pretty accurate from last night's semifinals in the
Yes. Yeah.
with Jamais breaking his racket
Yeah.
and one of the classes as well.
Yeah, and a little hole in our wall here. He left for the club as well, just to remember him. You could say he left his mark on this club.
Hey, I'd say pretty worrying start so far for Holly. That,
Yeah, not a good start.
She has all the pressure on her, and I feel like Salma is just coming out very aggressive, confident, and she is showing no sign of nerves again. And she's played very steady the entire week. I actually think Karina maybe outplayed her, but
Great get
kind of
there.
beat herself a little bit. But besides that match, I feel like she's been hitting a heavy ball. That's a very few, very rare to see her actually attack short from the back of the court. I don't know if I've seen that all week yet.
No, it's not
That's
very
probably
common.
why it caught Holly off guard. 6-1. Wow. Who would have
Some
thought?
bad misses.
7-1.
But most of these, not most, half of these winners, let's say, have been from unforced errors from Holly.
Well, she's not controlling play. I don't think she really knows what to do yet.
She hasn't found her game yet.
She might need the crowd. She might need us to turn the mic off, Brad, and start cheering. And I don't know who's coaching her tonight in our quarter, but they got some work to do as of now.
Yeah, it's quite possible. Maybe her compatriot David Balageron is coaching her.
I mean, it's evident though that like the crowd wants to see a home win, but also I know they want a 5-setter. They want to get their money's worth. They want to see great
shot.
squash. So I think when you go down big in the start of a first game, it's like even if you're not going to win that game, you need to get some confidence and some momentum going. So you still want to fight and try to find your rhythm, even if it's going to help you for the start of the next one. So there's no way Holly's giving up this, even though she's down 8-3 here.
Yeah.
I just think maybe Holly plays a little bit too straight, right? Like her opponents can kind of predict where she's going to hit to, and she needs to maybe mess with her movement a little bit more, especially because she's such a good mover herself.
Ooh.
And there's another example, mid-court for Al-Tayeb, and
It was a loose cross-court, opened it up.
Yeah, she just didn't get the ball deep enough, and then that's what happens. Ooh, hit the neck.
Nice. Lucky. It
For
was good
4-9.
length, but it was a lucky bounce as well.
I still feel like this is a critical end of this game because I don't think Holly's looked very confident here. And even if she goes down, I think she wants to get some momentum, some confidence for the start of the game too. And I think no player top 20 in the world is going to give up on a game, no matter the score.
Maybe that's
Especially
why I was
the
doing
first
wrong all this time. Do you think that's what was holding you back?
It's one of a few things.
Oh, okay. Didn't get that cross. That's a nice shot. She's picking it up now, 5-9.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden, like, I think Al-Tayeb started with no nerves and a lot of confidence, but all of a sudden she gets near the end of the game and she's trying to close it out, and it could totally change. And she could show some nerves, but Holly with the poor error there.
Yeah, there was no reason for that at all.
Yeah, that was probably the wrong shot. Didn't move her feet. Yeah. Can't leave her mid-court.
Quick first game there.
She's deadly. That was a quick first game, too. So not even making it physical. And I think that's one of Holly's strengths is how good of a mover she is, how physical she is.
7 minutes.
Yeah, that's not going to take anything out of someone of
That's not what you want to see in the beginning. She's going to regroup.
We said 3-1, Brad. So we're going to have to really win this next game for sure.
But we don't have to win it.
Well, no, but to be correct.
And to be fair, we probably couldn't win it.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah. So at least, you know what? We're not wrong. So,
okay, but I'd like to hear, if you're in Holly's corner right now, what are you telling her?
I'm going to tell her to, well, let's see. First of all, her unforced errors were just killing her. She hit about 5 or 6 unforced errors that game. Just bad shots.
Would it be wrong if I told her to play more like Al-Tayeb? Like, is
I'm
that
not
bad
sure.
coaching? I'm like, play more like your opponent did. Just be aggressive middle of the court. Make sure she's behind you. And I think if she does that, that's basically what Al-Tayeb's doing, and I think she's going to be successful. So
I would just say your length is not great. It's okay. You're hitting unforced errors, and your cross courts are too loose.
Okay, 1 minute left, and she's already coming back on court. Like, she is focused, and she's here to win. Like, she is not not shy about playing someone top 20 in the world. And I know a lot of players can get nervous and uncomfortable. Like, just they go out, don't believe they can win, and I think she believes she can win. Right? She doesn't even just believe it. I think she thinks she's going to win tonight, and
she doesn't lack confidence.
Definitely not.
Yeah, she's really impressed me this week with her gameplay. Having never heard of her before this tournament, and just to hear her come through the draw and keep winning.
All right, I don't know who was actually coaching either of them, if anyone, but this is the start of this game is critical, I think, for Holly.
Yeah, I think she's either doesn't realize she's from serving here that she's a lefty or doesn't care.
Well, I think whatever she's doing, she doesn't need to change
Yeah.
anything because Holly hits very straight on the forehand, so maybe she's happy playing on her backhand side.
Yeah, if I was Altayev's
she-
coach right now, I'd say don't change anything. Just
Yeah,
keep
she
doing what you're doing for
smashes
now.
her backhand. She's great pace, gets the ball to the back really well.
Holly's got to get Altayev behind her, get her cross courts wider,
So
and
that's where
stop
it's
hitting
like,
in forced
what do you
errors.
try to do, right? You have only a few options, really. Like, do you try to hit it harder? Do you try to hit it higher? Do you try to change the, like, how much straight versus cross
Nice
you're hitting
shot.
there?
Oh, she
And,
dug it out.
It's probably a variety of all those things I would think that Holly has to do.
See, bad misses like that. That's one unforced error already.
Well, she's definitely not settled in yet.
No. Well, if she's not careful, she'll be down 2-love before she's settled in. Nice. That was a
Okay,
good
Brad,
one,
how
too.
many points do you think you get against these ladies?
Oh, do I get a handicap? Like, do I get a lead?
No, I mean, just how many points? Like, do you think you get points off
Yeah, but I
them,
want
or,
to
like-
count my lead as the points I get.
No, I mean, if you're playing 0-0, normal, that was
That's an
great,
iffy one.
fantastic shot. I would say
Yeah,
no lead.
I think they gave no let there.
That should be no lead.
Yeah,
Fantastic, perfect weighted length.
yeah.
And again, she left her length just slightly too short.
Yep.
Like, I don't think she, like, Salma's hit a couple good volleys,
And
but
that was
most
loose,
of them
too.
are actually off the bounce mid-court.
Mhm.
So I think it's, like, that's too soft, but I think you could hit a medium ball, maybe service line height, and make sure you get her to the back, and then you can probably control the middle of the court. That's probably what I'd be saying if I was in her corner right now. She's on fire.
It's a nice
Full
shot.
of confidence, and someone who's confident plays a way higher standard. Very high
Momentum
standard.
leads to more momentum. If she's feeling confident, feeling good, she's going to attack more. And if this keeps working, it's going to keep going. It'll
Like
snowball.
a snowball
Yeah.
rolling down the hill, Brad.
Oh, they can't. That's not going to do it.
Oh,
Lucky
that
to get
was
out of that one.
Probably a poor choice. That was her first really bad error and decision, I'd say, in the entire match. But nobody's perfect. You don't need to play perfect squash to win. Look at those lines, though. She's barely hitting the sidewall
Yeah.
with her drives. It's really impressive.
Yeah, and that's Holly's forehand.
Oh, what a shot. That
She's
was...
beating Holly on Holly's forehand, which is impressive.
Yeah,
She's-
but her backhand drives are not in the sidewall.
No.
And that's even with, like, you know,
The lines
and
are great.
probably not natural or a little bit unorthodox type of grip. But, you know, Ramy also had an unorthodox type of grip,
Yes, he
and
did.
he did some pretty special things with the racket as well. I think you got to play that.
I think they're giving a stroke, though. Yeah.
I don't know. I would disagree with that one.
I don't think it's wrong to say stroke or flat there, in my opinion. Either one could be right.
I think she got lucky. She even has a little bit of a late racket prep on her forehand, but
Loose.
I can't believe her accuracy for how much she kind of uses her wrist in her swing. It's pretty remarkable. Actually.
Isn't that more the Egyptian style recently, though? Like the past decade, it's been more wrist, right? To use it.
In certain situations, yes, but you don't see that as much, I think, now, as I think you used to. You can see there's a lot of wrist and snap in these shots. And Holly has a much more firm wrist, and you would think the less wrist movement is going to be the more accurate.
Right.
She needed that, really needed that.
Still a
'Cause
big
right now,
deficit here.
Alta is making us look like fools, Brad. Like that we deaded her.
Yeah, doesn't she know we can do that on our own? We don't need her for that.
There we go. So 4-7. I mean, that's a poor choice on the return to serve.
She got it.
Holly
Oh.
probably could have
Another
got that
good get.
earlier and dropped it or drove it.
Oh.
And now she's probably going to only
Little
play
contact.
11. She was in total control of that
Yeah.
rally.
Should have kept it going.
Yeah.
Should have just kept it
got
going.
up there and hit it quicker before Altea recovered there.
Good serve.
Oh,
That was a nice
beauty.
London
Perfect
licious.
length. Inch perfect. And how hard is it for a lefty to beat a
Mhm.
great right-handed player with a drive on their forehand? That is so hard to do. That's so rare. And I coach quite a few left-handed players, and it's very hard to do.
Oof.
Another fantastic shot. I think when she's lobbing, it's not working.
This
Not
was a
working.
good lob, but the response
I
to it
think
was
her
amazing.
medium pace stuff is fine, and she has to overhit her drives, get her to the back of the court.
Yeah, I would just
That's trouble.
I would
again.
start playing some pretty high pace and just do
you
whatever it
can't
has to
leave
get her
in the
behind me.
middle. Like she's getting picked off right now, and
Yeah.
that was like 3 in a row that Altayev hit from the middle, and that's rare. She didn't actually win the rally already.
Altayev's is hunting the volleys. It's really actually fun to watch. Every shot she can take early. She can get as early as she can. Yeah, too many unforced errors.
Oh, you don't want to have to defensively boast a serve.
I do most of the time.
Probably something better she could have done there. So I'd say so far, I'd say pretty surprising start. Like I'm not surprised at all what I've seen from Altayev. I'm just surprised what I've seen from Holly. There we go. That's what I would expect to see a lot more from Nunn. Great length, good pace, got her to the back, got on the volley, made it look simple. That's serving.
Yeah,
Didn't
I
hit
knew
the
she's
side
going
wall.
for that.
I mean, and she is right now on her heels. Like,
Yeah.
Altayev is taking the game to her, and
Oh.
that's not.
Well, that's not the new glass, so that's okay.
At least it was her right hand, but she's got some work to do.
Yeah. Not happy, obviously.
I mean, it's not her first time playing against
No.
a good attacking Egyptian player, so I think she
Won't be her
knows
last
what she
either.
has to do against her, but
She just needs to be able to do it, and it's tough right now.
I'd be shocked if Altayev won 3-love, but so
I
far
wouldn't at
it's
this
been
point.
one-way traffic. Like, one-way traffic. Yeah, only 16 minutes for 2 games and not
wouldn't,
close.
at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it was
Not even the
3-love.
score's not close, but the rally is not close. Like, so far, Holly, it looks like she's playing not to lose it there, and Altayev is, like, being fierce, and she's being super aggressive, and she's playing with so much confidence that I feel like right now, if I was a betting man, I'd be putting the house on Altayev to win in 3.
Yeah.
But you're not 19 in the world without knowing how to come back from these situations. It's not always pretty. You're not always going to play your best squash, but you got to find a way. And I don't know if she can. Like I really don't know.
There might not be enough time in this match, right? There might not be enough time.
Altayev back on court with a minute left. She's not even using her break. She's so confident.
No.
And Holly right behind her. She doesn't want her break. Like, not a physical match. It's only 16 minutes, but
Holly she seems a bit flat today, but I don't know if that's because of how maybe she's playing or is Tayeb making her play that way.
But what can happen here is she was playing so carefree, Altayev, and but once you see the finish line and you start to get close, you can, like, I think people do get nervous and they can think a bit ahead about, like, wow, I'm actually going to do this. And we'll see if those thoughts are going to creep in, or if she can stay head down focused and just keep doing what she's doing. Because if she can, I think she's going to be the
so loose in that
2023 Nash
cross,
Cup champion.
and that's trouble. I haven't actually seen Altayev this whole weekend the tournament get nervous. She's been really steady.
That should be
no let.
Oh, she didn't even ask.
That
was
good not
very
to ask.
important.
Yeah.
Very important. Even someone 19 in the world, like, I think confidence does play a factor.
Oh,
right?
yes.
So
yeah.
It changes how the quality of your shot selection. You commit more to what you're doing, and this start in the third game is critical.
Much better
She
start.
has to do that, and I don't think she'd be this level if she couldn't respond. But so far, what we've seen has not led us to believe that she's going to be able to make the adjustment. But that's why everyone here bought a ticket.
Okay, well, unforced error. I haven't seen any of those from Altayev to this point.
Yeah, I think that's under 5 for this match so far. And way more winners. So the ratio is well in her favor. That she does not miss.
That cross court, though, again, her cross courts are just not getting
that
wide.
shot, like her shots mid-court are fantastic.
Yep.
Like filthy winners from all mid-court. Like just in drops, length to like dying length. kill shots. Like, she can attack the entire court, mid-court, which is so impressive. It's not just 1 or 2 shots. It's just crazy. She's hitting outright winners time after time from the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one she's missed. I just praise her. It's a commentator's curse, Brad.
What I've noticed too is that because her winners are so good in the midcourt, Holly's trying to cut in front of her sometimes when she hits a loose ball. And in those times, Alteb seems to sense that she's there. There should be no let, I think. And then Alteb hits a length back past her. That's from this angle looked like the right call.
Well, Holly's counter was not good enough. And probably the wrong shot, to be honest. Like. Okay, do you see how straight she's playing?
Just
and
not tight enough.
Court again. It's like, get it deeper. It's okay to use height. And I know it's hard, it's dangerous cross-courting against someone who's so good mid-court, but you can hit a good cross-court. Like, there's one. Like, I think Altayev's going to get too comfortable falling, looking for those crosses. Almost a London squash Nick, Brad.
Yeah, almost. I don't know. Altayev's looking comfortable, and I would say just the right amount of comfort. She does not look threatened.
That's a great
That's a good
shot,
length.
But again, just maybe too many straight drives. Said no coach ever, but look at that clean line again. Like, it's just so nice. Like, oh, there's a great shot.
She got it. Good drop.
Oh. Very important. Very important. Towel boy got excited there, but
no, I think it's fine. Sorry, no towel boy. No towel boy for that.
That was a really important point. 2-point cushion versus being tied is a huge difference.
Wow!
Oh, what a shot.
Wow! What a shot!
Well, she definitely has more winning attacking repertoire than Holly does, which is that's hard to do when you're 19 years old. Like, how is that? How's that impossible?
You're asking the wrong guy. My nickname is Stonehands Hannaberry for a reason.
Okay, she made another error though. That's 2 unforced errors, I think, this game. That was a good opportunity. I don't think she did enough with that. Oh, that was a good redirection there. That was, again, huge. Just being in control in the middle of the court on multiple volleys has been so rare for Holly. And I know that everyone says when you're playing squash, just length is so important. It sets it all up, but it really has, right? If her length is good and the other girl's not, like, she's getting on the ball and she's actually able to apply some pressure. And otherwise, she's just been retrieving most of this match. Like, that drive was not good enough. It was loose, way over hit. And Altayev almost hit a winner on her. Good redirection there. And now she's jumping on the volley. That was another good point.
Well, Kraus getting into this now.
Okay. And her serve's improved.
Yeah.
Look at that serve, Brad.
Well, first game ball here for Holly and a pretty good lead, 10-4.
And it's very minimal differences, I'd say. But she's gotten actually quite a few more unforced errors, probably, I think, 3 or 4. And she's had way more opportunities to attack mid-court on the volley.
Yeah, I think Holly's length improved. The cross courts are still not great.
Holly, don't go there. It has to be deeper.
Yeah, that was trouble.
That was
trouble.
That was
She's too good mid-court in those shots.
Yeah. Anyone in this club play that shot, Brad, or is that the only one? That cross-court
No one plays that shot here. Not intentionally.
Yeah.
Well, that was a much better game from Holly. She needs to follow that momentum up the next game.
All right, I want to hear some predictions now, Brad. I feel like what we saw in those first 2 games were this is going to be a 3-love, runaway train, but we also thought you can't discount Holly's experience. You can't discount it. You had to expect that she was going to respond. It didn't look like she could because she was being totally outclassed those first 2 games, but she also got 4 or 5 unforced errors that game. That she didn't have that many in the first 2 games combined, right?
Yeah.
And right now, I don't know, is Altayev was she trying to force it a bit? Did she get down and just think like, oh, this game's over, whatever? Or did she lose a bit of confidence and momentum? And is that why she started to make some mistakes? Or did Holly's length get better? I don't know.
Well, a lot of questions, and not many answers, but I will tell you, of all the matches, our statistician, Srinivas Krishnamurti, got back to me on this one. Whenever someone wins in 4 games, 92% of the time they lose the 3rd game to win in 4.
Is that a fact?
No, I just made that up.
Okay. It
Yeah.
sounded like it was made up. Okay, but look how quick they're coming back on court. Like, don't they know that the men's match isn't on until 8 o'clock? Like,
That last game was
they're
6
on
minutes.
within like Holly was chasing her back on. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want you out there before me.
That's
like, she
mental,
wants,
though, right? Holly can't let her be on for 30 seconds.
No,
when she's
because
not.
I think she takes so much pride in her training
Yeah.
and her preparation, and that leads to a lot of confidence. But it's just I very, very rarely see like a PSA player get back in with that much time left. Usually they're on the last few seconds. They're taking every moment to get coaching.
I know I do.
To rehydrate.
I take every second I can and then some. I'll wait till they call my name to get back on court.
Well, let's hear your prediction now.
You know, I still got to give the edge to El Tayeb, just because of how she played the first 2 games.
Well, I think if she doesn't lose this game, though, I would say I don't like her chances because the momentum and confidence would be back on Holly's favor. So I do feel like this is actually the game of the match. And I think we're in for a really close game, and it's going to be hard for someone to pull away on this.
Yeah.
So far, again, Holly, get her drives deep. Make sure you're getting in front of her by the time she's hitting her shot. And that was very lucky.
That was good, but that was
Pure luck. I don't know how
that
you
was a
can
lucky
hit that
shot.
shot when it's glued to the sidewall.
look at that. That's
very
really
fair
so
sportsmanship.
fair.
Played 11.
So
I thought
fair.
that was good.
I thought it was perfectly fine. I thought it was perfectly fine, but yeah, I thought it was good.
I thought it was good.
Unlucky, but
I thought
what
Holly
was
could have
sportsmanship from El Tayeb to just offer a lad? She didn't have to do that. The refs were going to give her the point. And it's a critical, like the first point of the 3rd or the 4th game is so critical.
There you go. Jump on some volleys. I think she has to make the court
Oh,
bigger,
that was
not
not
by
a good
reverse
shot.
posting. Maybe she was watching Curtis Malik play last night.
No, I think she was watching my doubles match earlier today.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, me too.
That would explain the slow start if he was.
If she was watching Brian Hill's drop shots, then that's definitely the reason why.
But Brad, he's a club champ.
I know, it's sad. Our standards have gotten pretty low here.
Okay, so do you notice El Tayeb there when she's on the tee? Her movement is not looking for anything besides a straight drive from
Yeah.
the back left corner. Holly has an opportunity to play some attacking posts and a few good cross courts, I think, hard-low crosses.
But her cross courts
Not
have not
that
been
cross
good.
court. That was awful.
Play it. She was through.
Play
I think it's no
she's got to
left.
play that ball. That was minimal
So,
interference.
here's the
It was
thing,
popped up.
if you're El Tayeb, I'm not worried about guarding Holly's cross court because they've been so loose. I know I can just pick
She
it
only
off.
floats across court, right?
Yeah.
I think she's not hit good.
So I wouldn't. And Holly's got her straight length has
But
been
just
good.
keep an eye in the back left
Ooh,
corner. Like
that's-
when Holly's hitting a drive from the back left, Al Tayeb is like hanging back. She's
Yep.
already turned and waiting for a straight drive, and I think Holly needs to be able to mess with her movement and take advantage of that. She's just being a bit too predictable from right disposition. See, she's leaning on one foot, expecting that straight drive.
But don't you
And-
think Holly's just pretty comfortable playing down her forehand on El Tayeb's backhand?
Yeah, but if you know it's coming, it's not going to hurt you. If you know they're going to hit a straight drive,
True,
it's not
but
going to
also
hurt
so many of El Tayeb's winners have been that forehand mid-court volley.
you because Holly's
super
lifting
opposite.
it. She's not hitting
Yeah.
a good width with any pace. She lifts her crosses, and you definitely can't leave anything mid-court against El Tayeb. So I feel like I would still be trying to do some bows, like attacking bows.
That's a
Oh,
nice
that's a
shot.
great shot.
That was a good choice.
Yeah, I feel like that shot, you could see it was like there was some confidence coming from Naughton on that one. Just like she knew that was a good shot. She's starting to feel a bit more comfortable on court.
No line?
Apparently, Talboy forgot Brad's lime. So. Well, he's a towel specialist, Brad, not a
That's true, yeah.
mixologist.
He's not a mixologist. 2-4,
So what do
okay.
we got here?
2-point
2-4?
lead.
So I have noticed though, this last game and a half that Al Tayeb has been forcing it short from the back more than I've seen the entire week. She's gone for some more winners.
That was not a good choice.
I actually think that was going to work. It was
No.
just bad execution. But I also think she could hit that deep cross court too, and it would have won. But I think she has to do that. She has to hold and move around.
Ooh, that's a stroke.
I think that's
Yeah, it has to be a stroke.
That
It
came
was
off
not a
the
good
wall,
drop.
loose.
That was actually one of Altayev's worst volley drops.
Yeah, she doesn't miss
Good
many.
call.
Holly got away with one. Let's say that.
Well, I got to say, Holly's picked it up a lot. Last game was good. This game, she's still playing really
she's
well.
getting the ball deeper,
Yeah.
and Altayeb is forcing the ball short a little bit early now. I think because she's not getting those opportunities on the volley midcourt and off the bounce midcourt, that she's trying to do a bit too much.
A little bit of impatience,
so,
maybe.
See, like that was a great shot, but that's not, she didn't have to do that and force that in the first game, right? The first game, or first 2 games, she was getting whatever she wanted within the rally, within 5 shots of every point, and now she's not. So credit to Holly.
Oh. That was a weird bounce, but I think she got it.
That was a very weird nick.
Yeah. I thought it was good. It's just a weird bounce.
And also a very important point. Going from 4-6, it could have been 7-3. Like, that's a huge difference.
7-3 mentally is almost a done deal for a game at this level.
At this level, yeah.
But
that's the cross court I wanted to say.
That was a much better
She
cross
has not
court.
done that all match. Only
and on your
lifting
forehand, too, you should be able to hit that nice, hard,
especially when your opponent's kind
cross
of
court.
cheating with their movement.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to... There, that's a great drive. Has to play a few more forehand boasts and a few more of those good crosses. I don't like that choice.
No, that was not a good choice. But
she
got away with it.
You can't leave Altayeb midcourt.
Ooh, no, trouble.
That's trouble. Good recovery.
That's pretty good
Good
volley.
get, but...
Wow.
Oh, what a rally.
That was a big point. Big point.
I'd say rally in the match right there. I don't know. I feel like that is going to secure this 4th game for Holly.
That was a very big point.
And it was, again, a huge, because it was either 3 point or 1 point, right? If Holly lost that. And they both had opportunities. And it was they both hit lots of quality shots there.
Ooh, almost got a freebie. That's where you want to hit that cross court a little lower.
Yeah. I feel like Holly, I don't know. I think a boast off that one. Redirection could have been great.
Ooh, nice
that
little
was
shot
beautiful.
So, let's say you're Altayeb now. You won the first 2. You lost the 3rd, and you're down in the 4th. What do you do to change it up?
Her first sign of being really agitated here too, right? Hitting her leg with a racket, visibly frustrated.
What do you do now if you're her? What do you do to change it up?
I think she got to be more patient. She's shooting from the back of the court. She's trying to force it to get quick points, and it might take you more shots than it did earlier because Holly's length has gotten a little bit better. So and then there, even though she hit a good return to serve, she went for the nick again. There's a lack of discipline here, and she's not trying to set up the rally. And if she just gets back to her simple game, I feel like it would be successful. But Brad,
wow, that's something I would do.
Do you see what I just saw, or am I seeing things?
No, that was a serve out and game ball.
Wow, serving on a game ball.
Good thing she's up 10-5 still.
Oh.
Little grin there from Holly.
I've seen that smirk before, Brad.
Yeah, me too.
She got away with one. That was a cheeky ending.
Yeah,
but
she definitely got away with it.
A lot of confidence from that one.
Yeah.
So I think the crowd got what they wanted. They wanted a 5-game match.
And they're getting
it. They want
it.
Holly to win.
Yep.
But is she going to win? Can Altayeb looks? She looks disoriented. She looks like she's lost her confidence. She's lost her focus. She's lost her game plan.
Yep.
But can she get it back?
Yes, she can.
Guys, what are we picking now?
Well, so I mean, we did pick Holly. I'll stick with Holly at this point, obviously, because she's up. But 2 games ago, after Altayeb was up 2, well, I think this game's going to be tighter. It won't be a landslide either way. And if I was Altayeb,
I'm just shocked that Altayeb just changed her game plan. I don't think that Holly changed that much. I think
Holly just started playing
got
better.
Impatient. She got very impatient. She was trying to force the issue, and she just needs to hit a couple more lengths and wait for Holly to hit something loose mid-court. And I think she was controlling completely the first 2 games when she played that simple squash. As soon as she tried to force it, going for winners from the back of the court, even if she hit a couple of good ones, Holly's a great mover, getting the ball back. She's not winning those points, and she's making a few more unforced errors from doing that. So this time, you see Holly come back on court first with 40 seconds left, and Altayeb's actually the one who's taking a bit more time, and I think she needs it because she was definitely agitated and showing a lot of frustration. So
yeah. And you know what? I also think Holly's length got better. She played smarter. She cut down on the unforced errors. How many unforced errors did you have that last game? Not counting the serve out. Was it 1? That's a huge difference. She was
Yeah,
giving
but
away.
that serve out counts for at least 3, I think. Like,
Okay,
that's-
but she was hitting 4 to 5 unforced errors in the first 2
I
games.
think she owes
each
us
game.
some course prints after this match if she wins.
Yeah.
Like for that serve out, I'd say that's her second out serve out this week, I think.
I hit about 1 per game when I play.
Oh, Brad, we're talking about like professional players, not U10 national champions.
U10 Nationals is professional because I'm also the reigning under 10
But that's
national
when
champion.
you win with a serve. That's all you
Yeah,
need to do is hit the
exactly.
side wall, make them have to volley, and you win.
So
win
you
the
can't
tournament.
afford to serve out. Nice cross-court lob there from the back.
Okay, and before we get too deep into this one, I just want quickly, what do
Bad
you think is going
cross-court
to happen
again.
later in the men's match, Brad, in the finals?
Oh, the
do you
men's
think we're going to
match.
have another Canadian champion?
You know,
think
I would
David
love to
can,
see that.
Can make it happen or what?
I would love to see that.
Very opposing styles,
Yeah,
right?
very
Khan
different
is so
styles.
fluid. David is much more powerful. He's going to play high pace. They're both. I feel like they're both going to be 100% fresh.
Yes,
they're just.
they're
so
both gonna
physical.
feel pretty good.
They're probably the fittest people in the men's.
I think
draw.
Bergeron has had a bit of a tougher go here, perhaps, or he's worked a little harder, but is very, very minimal difference
Yeah,
between the
that
two.
will not make a difference. So I think it's gonna be a fantastic match.
I
I take the
yeah.
I'm taking the Canadian in 5, but I would not be shocked with any score because I would. I think anything can happen. I know I checked. They played once before 4 years ago, and David won in 3, but they were tight games. So that was a long time ago. Their games have changed. He's playing in Canada. So I
Well,
think
just to be the contrarian, then I'll take Con. Although my heart wants to go for the Canadian, Quebecois. I think it's going to be a great match. And I think that styles are so different that it's going to just be very
exciting. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And I just like how they both behave on court, right? Their demeanors on court are very they're very focused, but also like not too angry or anything. Like they look like they're enjoying their time on court.
Yeah.
And they're very fair.
They're both
very
such fair players. They're not going to leave any holes in our walls or smash a racket on the court if they lose.
No, cross that one.
In fact,
She got away with it.
I don't recall David, or Con really expressing any anger outside of just questioning a few calls.
They've been very fair.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a great match. And I think that looks like we're in for 2 great matches tonight because that was the
back
right
to
shot.
back to the match at hand. That was
that's the right
a
shot.
rare miss by
But
Altair,
that's
though.
what you want to see, right? Like as a coach, look, she looks so upset. Like,
But that was a bad
I
miss.
feel like
Ooh,
I think she would have got that. Can't be a stroke.
I
though.
think
that
so.
Would be,
That's a
that
stroke.
would be
eh?
bizarre if that was a stroke, but. That was not a terrible shot.
So just checking the YouTube comments here, we have that lady from Sarnia Lee, Bizanet, saying right now it looks like a traditional squash length setting versus Egyptian shoot on loose length. Holly either needs to make the quality higher or break down LTF's patterns, which she kind of has done.
Well, I definitely
Good
thought
comment,
hitting her
madam.
higher to get it deeper was without just lobbing. Once she started floating and lobbing stuff, then she was getting picked off. But she was just the hard low stuff knocking to the back.
Yeah.
And she's trying to get it dying in the back, I think. But if she leaves it a bit too short, and Altaib can
That's
attack
a
from the
good
middle,
length. Stuff like
then
that.
that's where she was just getting picked off so many times the first 2 games.
Oh. She's a little lucky there. She wanted that drop to be better, and it came out a little too deep. And
But
Altaib was there for a shoulder
She's
drop.
quite good at that. I've seen that many times this week. That mid-court forehand flick cross court.
Oh, you think that's intentional?
Oh,
That's got to be a stroke, yeah. Altaib's
lack
looking a
of-
little
there's a-
rattled here.
well,
she's got to
since the last
regain.
game.
Yeah.
There's a lack. I think she feels like she should have won this. And Brad, what do the commentators say? That sometimes when you're up 2-love, you see the finish line, and all of a sudden you start to let it slip, or you think, oh, I might actually do this. You let it slip, and the next thing you know, you're like, damn it, I thought I was gonna win this one.
I'm very good at seeing my opponent run through the finish line.
Oh, that was
though.
a beautiful shot. Great shot. That was fantastic. Weighted, kill shot. That was perfect width. And she needs to do way more of that from her forehand. She's being way too predictable, that straight drive.
I like to see Altaib here dig in with a tough rally, really grind
terrible
one out.
serve again. Almost served out,
Yeah.
Brad.
I like to see Altaib really force out a rally and not shoot too early, earn those points.
So do you think that, Holly's probably playing mostly on glass course now. Do you think she's
Yeah.
still just as comfortable, like adjusting her game
No.
to traditional
I think it
courts,
takes a
or-
little adjustment, but she would have adjusted by now this week. by
Well,
this
she
time.
still played 98% of her entire squash
Yeah.
career on a regular court.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's harder going the other way. If LKF had to go on a glass
Oh
court,
yeah,
hasn't played as
such
much
a different
on the glass.
experience. I had the opportunity to play in a glass doubles
That
court
was
recently.
a great width again.
That was not fun.
There we go. Brad, I feel like I know what I'm talking about here. It's like I'm a coach or something. 8-5.
8-5, yeah, it's getting do or die now for Altayeb. Should be pretty heartbroken if this gets away from her after being up 2.
It's not
She
over.
needed- she
that
needed
was
that.
glued.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Oh, that is not a
move her
shot
feet.
you can afford to miss right now.
Her feet, uncomfortable.
She didn't
position.
really set up, right? She was very upright, just kind of flicked it in there.
I know. I mean, she didn't have to do much. If
No.
that made the front wall, it was an easy point. But now the nerves are getting in.
Yeah.
Oh. Good width again. I like that.
Oh, that
should
could be a stroke.
I think that's a stroke.
Yeah,
That was loose.
I think that's the
mid-court.
right call.
That has to be a stroke.
It was loose and she didn't clear. I know she's not happy about it, but that is the right call.
Okay, but what I think a lot of Egyptians do, I'm not stereotyping all of them, but usually when they're upset and they get a bad call, they take a lot of time. And she's going right into the next rally, not trying to adjust momentum and refocus.
Ooh,
so,
she went for it again. She was
That
there
shot,
for it.
she has not pulled that out all match until the last 2 games, and she's hit so many great little
Yeah.
like cross-court kills, cross-court drops. Like, where were those in the first 3 games?
Well, she's gonna have 3 championship balls here.
Oh,
Nice
what
shot.
a drop. Good get.
Go
Come on,
for it.
Ollie.
Go for it.
Oh, what a get.
Wow.
Another good get.
Oh man, these are fantastic gets on the edge of my seat. Granted, it's a small chair.
That's a huge comeback there for Holly. And what digs?
What a round.
11-7 to win the 5th game. That's fantastic.
Well, that was exciting. So, I think I think Altayeb won that last rally 4 times that last
Yeah.
rally.
Yeah, that was a great effort there at the end. That was pretty impressive to come back. 7 minutes that last game, 42 minutes total for that match for 5 games.
Okay,
and
but what do we say? Altayeb totally dominated those first 2
She did.
games. In 15 minutes, she won 11-5, 11-6, totally dominating a way more experienced, higher ranked player. But once she lost a game, she lost confidence. She tried to get too attacking. She tried to shoot too early, too often in the rally. Holly started to get her length a little bit deeper. She started to have those good change of directions, those crosses on her
her
forehand.
length just got way better. Her cross course got wider. She had
Yeah.
better attacking shots.
But-
Altayeb didn't respond. She didn't change her game. She kept trying to
One
think
last
she's getting
question,
easy
Brad.
winners.
Altayeb, is she ever going to lose to Holly Naughton again?
That's tough to say. That's tough. She's coming up so fast. 19 years old, playing this well. Finals of the Nash Cup at 19. I mean,
Yeah, I expect big things out of Altayeb. I think it's just a bit of an experience, trying to do too much, and it's hard to close out a higher ranked
Yeah.
player, especially in the finals when it's like there's a lot of pressure, right? Like,
what is, do you know Altayeb's ranking offhand? She was a 4th seed in
I
this
think she
tournament.
was 50 something in the world, 50-ish.
Okay, so this
something.
losing in the finals will still help her ranking. She'll
Yeah,
bump up a little bit.
yeah, but I do think that she's going to be up there with Holly's ranking
Yep.
within the next year.
She's a top 20 player in the world, and it's only a matter of time, frankly, the way she's playing. Just
Yeah.
it's unfortunate for her how this match ended. Obviously, the crowd here is very pro Holly.
But okay, if she won
played
3
well.
love, right? Let's just say the 3rd game went as the first 2 did. She won 3 love. She wouldn't have learned anything, Brad. She would have won more money,
That's
got
true.
more rank points. But I think Holly actually taught her a good lesson, and I think she'll be better for it, and it'll help her in the long run.
I'll take money over learning stuff, though, any day.
Yeah, that's true, and the ranking points.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see you guys next in 40 minutes for the men's finals. Let's see if we can get one more Canadian title tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. The next match starts at 8. 8 o'clock. So you got about 40 minutes if you're at home to crack a beer, take a break, even have a power nap. We'll see you in 40 minutes, 8 o'clock.
back for more. By popular demand, actually, it was just Sean that said he loved your commentary, Brad.
I also just got a message saying the same thing.
And I said, you know, PG and Joey would actually be really great at commentating if they could drink on the job as well.
Well, I suspect they do sometimes.
I don't know. I feel like
You don't think so?
I mean, they should. It'd make it a lot more fun.
Yeah, it can be a pretty boring job.
But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what's coming up here, Brad. We have a chance to have a men's and women's Canadian champion
I know.
on the same year for the Nash Cup,
Yeah.
even though the trophies, one says 2023, one says 2024. So I don't know if that's like preemptively saying, no, it's not going to happen, the next one's next year, or if it's actually, did you see the trophies?
Did they mess the trophy up?
Yeah, they messed up one of the trophies. Yes, one of the trophies has next year's date on it. So
Well, that's just they're just assuming it's going to be a repeat winner.
that's
Back-to-back
true.
wins.
True.
And,
But then I
I
would
like
want to
that.
say
That's confidence.
2023 and 2024.
No, they got to have separate little plaques for each one, and they're just saying whoever wins this is going to win next year's as well. That's great. Good on them.
These players aren't here for the glass trophies. They're here for their name to be enshrined on the actually large trophy, to get the PSA points, obviously, and to have a title under your belt. How many titles do the top players in the PSA have under their belt? It's not a ton. Even the best players in the world,
It's true.
you don't win a lot of titles.
You really don't. No. I mean, I don't.
Well, we know that. We've talked about your U10 championship. So.
Well, we brought that up. Have you mentioned that I'm the reigning under 10 junior national champion in
I
Canada?
also know you were in the Squash Ontario Hall of Fame briefly.
I was briefly. We did talk about that before.
Yeah.
You know, I was for a brief period of time the reigning under 10 junior national champion in Canada and the 30 plus champion. I held both titles. Now I'm just the under 10. And I will challenge any Canadian under 10 junior.
Only Canadian?
Only Canadian. It's a Canadian championship. I'm not going to play an Egyptian under 10. I get chopped. I know better than that.
Well, I don't know about now, but definitely in 10 to 20 years from now, you probably would.
Even now, it might be tough.
Yeah.
I don't like my odds.
I mean, I bet some of them have the touch that Faraz Khan has, which is ridiculous.
yeah.
He,
I guess I
got
got to just bully them around the court, right?
softest touch that I've seen on a squash court.
Yeah. For this level of play, when the ball gets that hot and it's so bouncy, you can bring it in that short with such touch.
Well, I know, I would say Tarek Momin's the other guy who kind of does that I can think of offhand, who just is so delicate and soft with when he brings the ball in short. And it's just not what I learned to do when I was younger. And I still have trouble trying to actually not cut the ball in and just have a really short, soft swing. And I think that's amazing
Do you think
how he's able to do
Kawad
this.
also has like the ability to bring it in with really soft touch? He's
Yeah,
got really soft hands.
That's true. That's true. But I think he will still actually swing. And I
He
feel
will
like
swing.
Khan almost
He
doesn't
cuts
really
it in.
swing. He almost has no
Yeah.
swing. It's like he's almost counter dropping like little of swing.
Yeah.
And I think these guys are going to actually really love this occasion because I think Khan knows, like, obviously you're in the finals. He has great sportsmanship on court. His energy is great. David is just like, you know, he's going to be, every single person here is going to be cheering for him. And he's definitely up for this. I can stand. Yeah, we're on, yeah.
All right, just moving around here in the
And
commentary
we're back,
room.
making room for the towel boy. All right, I'd love to hear the towel boy's thoughts on this match because Brad and I have already talked about it, and we definitely feel like it's a pick'em, and I think we both took a David 3-2, but I would not bet a penny on it because I feel like it's actually gambling. Because I have no idea, and their styles are very different. I think they're going to both be very fresh. So I don't know. I think the only time they played was 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and David won in 3, but they were quite close. All right, Talboy, what's your? People want to know what you think is going to happen here. Yeah. Well, no, they don't actually. I'm just trying to make you feel important. Oh, actually, Brad, you thought Con 3-2, didn't you?
My heart wants David to win, but I think Con is going to win.
3-2.
It's going to be 5.
3. Wow. Well, I know David is fueled on some local pad thai from last night, so we'll see if that was spicy or not.
I don't know if Chandelier is watching. We have a merman watching.
Everybody's at Macca's Grill? Or is that over?
He's a merman. Talboy, a merman.
You know, the one thing that Belageron has that Con doesn't is I strung one of his rackets, so he has a little bit of a magic, I think, touch in his racket tonight. So I feel like that could be the difference here. So 1 minute until first serve. And I feel like first, they haven't played each other in a few years, so I think first game is going to be critical as always. And I think it's going to be a very long, hard-fought first game. I think Con's probably not going to open up the court too early until the ball cools down a bit and he gets settled in, but we'll see. We'll see. Definitely feel like this is going to be one of the best matches of the week, though. And also, congrats to Holly. That was a really fun earlier match. So I do remember that I think Con is 30 years old and Belageron's 27, if I have that right. Statsman, I'm pretty sure that's right.
I'm just going to believe you on that.
Okay, they
I'm
could
not
be
gonna
made up
check.
numbers, but I feel like I remember that. Didn't have too many drinks last night, and I do think their rankings are actually very close as well.
So we have not had one match this entire Nash Cup where the combined ages of the players is over 60. Don't know if you knew that.
So you're saying they could not play century doubles?
They could not play century
Okay.
doubles. They could
They'd be a
all-
great team, though. I bet they would destroy.
Yeah.
They would probably win the tournament there.
Well, the Hanbury Carson team is undefeated in the century doubles, so I don't know about that. They need to find their own Carson.
Last match of the week, Brad.
Last match. It's been a long week. It's been a great week of the Nash Cup. And as much as one of my favorite weeks of the year, you get pretty tired by the end of this. I was talking to, actually I saw David Bergeron here at the club earlier today, warming up, practicing. And I just said good luck. And he saw us play doubles, and generously, even though it wasn't true, he said, "Oh, you guys had a great doubles match there." And I said, "Yeah, well, you know, it's pretty tiring." And he goes, "Yeah, squash singles is pretty tiring as well." And I go, "Well, it's actually more tiring watching you guys this entire week." That may also not have been true.
I don't think he gets tired, though.
Yeah,
So I feel like that probably is true.
He didn't
because
laugh.
It's hard to keep his eyes open watching something so boring.
Yeah, he didn't laugh.
Okay, here we go. Game one. And we already know Con knows that David is actually left-handed. He's serving his backhand.
That's true.
So he's been coached
You
well.
never know.
He's been coached well. And he chokes up quite a bit on his racket, which
He
is
does, yeah.
interesting.
But he's
I don't
not a
know.
pace player.
Definitely not a pace player. He's not going to blow the ball by you with his length. But clearly it's not a problem because his length is very accurate and he gets the ball to the back of the court. Some of the best touch I've seen in person with his drop shots. But yeah, interested to see his strategy and David's strategy.
I'm really looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a really tight battle.
I totally agree. But I think it's going to be over an hour.
I'm expecting 5 games, and if it's not over an hour for 5 games, that would be odd. The way these
They
guys are
just
sure
cover
you
the
can pick
court
up.
so well. It's almost like there's 2 of you out there for each person. So that's why they get so many balls back. They
So
just,
you're saying together, 2 of me, and I'd be 1 full man.
no, you'd still lose to them if it was 2 of you. Like, I'm pretty sure
Oh.
you and I 2-on-1 against them, we would get chopped.
Yeah.
But their shots are better. They're stronger.
I was doing more of a Seinfeld reference where Jerry and George combined are 1 man.
Well, I so far I'd say this is exactly what I expect.
Yeah,
Very
same
open
here.
squash. The ball's been all over the court, but
Yeah.
a super long first rally. And I think that favors the Badger, I think, if it goes super long. Even though I don't think Khan's going to get tired.
No, and if he does get tired, we'd never know it.
He's built to run ultra marathons, Brad.
I think he's built to do triathlons because he's very strong in her body too. Ultra marathons, you want to be a little, I think, skinnier.
That should be a let. I just hope the refs don't get involved when they don't need to be here.
No,
I
but
don't
I don't
know,
think I don't think it's gonna happen because these guys are pretty clean players.
Oh, very clean. 2 of the cleanest, I'd say, in the men's side.
Nice guy in the front.
I don't know. I just love that you can have the sportsmanship and also still be successful, and it shows that you don't
Yeah.
need to, play a little dirty to be successful.
Well, I mean, I do. I
Well,
don't,
that's true.
but I do. I'm just not successful. But I think if I
I'd
wanted to be, I'd have to play dirty. Not counting my under 10 championships. Did I mention that before?
Yes, a few
Nice
times.
little shot. Nice shot there.
Okay, this is a strong start here.
Yeah,
3-0.
good start.
And but again, the brand new ball, it's bouncy.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that drop just came too far back, and for how soft his drops are, it's going to take a while. But I think you still got to move David around and try
Yep.
to, like, you don't want to get him too comfortable. And so far you can see almost every shot's been like something different.
Well, if
right?
you remember,
Drop, kill, boast, cross. Like,
yeah.
he's not hit the same shot twice in a row very often.
he's really good at mixing up. And if you remember early in this tournament, his matches, that is, Collins' matches, the first game, when the ball's still lively and bouncy, he's not as dangerous, but he will keep moving the ball around. And then once the ball gets softer, he can take it in short a lot better.
Well, I really like how he
It's
can
dangerous.
shorten his swing to on his forehand and just, like, with almost no backswing, still get the ball back.
Good ball that he played it there and hit a nice nick in the back. If he asked for a let, which a lot of people would have done, myself included, it would have just been a let.
You know what? Maybe I got to switch to that Hero squash string, Brad, because I feel like I don't have the power that David has, and I think that's the
I don't
difference.
think it's a string.
I think it's the string. Or do you think
Okay.
it's just that I'm playing with my right hand? If I was left-handed,
Well, you golf left,
that's
and
true.
the
Well,
power's not
I
there.
try to golf left, but
That's true. Maybe you're actually a right-handed golfer all this time, and that would explain. Well, that won't explain your chipping, or lack thereof.
I don't think anyone wants to hear about it, including me.
Well, I think they do now.
No, I don't think they do.
Ooh, yeah, not the right shot,
Okay,
but I like
loose
the even for
cross.
it.
See, Khan is definitely trying to move him
Yeah.
around as much as possible, and
Keep
that's
him
what
out
I
of,
was afraid
yeah,
of.
comfort.
Is when Khan goes short, I think David
Good
can't
length
just
there.
counter short, which we saw the Spanishman yesterday, the angry Spanishman, do that
Jean-May?
a lot. Yeah, we don't mention his name anymore.
He's
but,
his nickname's the Inquisitor, by the way.
So I think
I
doing
just found
too
that
much,
out
too much
earlier.
of those counter drops, like I think, like Khan is too quick on those, and I do think that if David's hitting it deep, he has to make sure that it was not volley, right? It has to be good width, it has to be good drive, and otherwise that's the only way you can really get him out of position is like by trying to volley something when he's stuck at the front of the court. Okay, question about physicality here, Brad, because I even know I don't remember the exact stats, but like even their weight on PSA is like very different. It's probably like 130 to 170 or something, something like that. Don't quote me
Yeah,
on that,
this
but
sounds- this
there's
probably
there's
close
a
to what it
difference,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Obviously, like more muscle, more mass on David, but also the fluidness and the little extra weight that Khan has to carry around on the court. So, do you think that matters?
Oh, 100% it matters.
So then
the
why
qu-
isn't every squash player like super thin and 110 pounds?
Well, it doesn't always matter in a good way. I think squash
So how do you
rallies-
think it'll affect this then?
I think it matters now.
Oh, what a shot.
Squash rally, I think squash in general has evolved and it continues to evolve. And there's no single best way to win. Some people will be bigger, like a Paul Cole, and they do CrossFit. They're really strong and they're heavier, but
So
that
which
power
way do you think
works
is
in their
better?
favor. I don't think there is one better way.
So you think they're both equal?
I think it's.
Or do you think it's depending on personal preference
the
or
personal
personal
preferences,
body type?
the style of play, and then how squash changes. What if the tins were
Do
2
you think
inches
the
higher
hair
again?
matters though? Like, do you think the fro
Oh,
versus
the
the
hair
man
100%
bun? Like, I don't
matters.
know
It's
which
a good
you
look.
would favor.
I like it. I think that was a let.
So who do you think? Do you think the man bun or the fro, Brad? What do you think?
Well, considering my declining hair, I would take either at this point.
I'm sure they make wigs, so you could have either one. If you
Do you
want.
think I could wear a toupee?
I mean, anyone could.
A headpiece?
I don't know if you could pull it off, but
No, I
that's up
couldn't
for
pull
the crowd to decide.
Well, I'm not quite ready for that yet, anyways. So I like also these guys. It was a bit of a problem. They ran to each other, hit his head, and they're still laughing. They're still having a smile and laughing after that.
Well, I do think that's the thing that's I really find fascinating about squash is that you don't need to have a certain body type where it's like the NBA where you have to basically be over 6 feet tall or you got no shot.
What about who is it? Vince Carter? Who was the guy that
I think he
played
was
for the
6'6".
Raptors?
Oh, Muggsy Bogues? Yeah, but there's very few guys that are that actually like under 6 feet. Like even Steve Nash, 6'3". So all the there's general body types for certain positions in sport.
Good
But
shot.
here we go. They different body types. I mean, similar height, but you can be differently built, and you can train very differently, right? Like
Yeah.
you said, like a Paul Cole, Joel Macon can train very differently, and but also they can still go out and lose to El Sherbegi and Ali Farag. So it's not. I don't know if there is one way. Maybe it is
There is no
totally
one way.
dependent on who that person is and what suits their body type. But I think that's super cool that
Yeah,
you can
it's gonna go
have
out.
like, basically in basketball, the Shaquille O'Neal go out and play the Michael Jordan.
Although
and it
don't
can
ask
be-
him to do a free throw.
Well, that's true. But there's very few sports where you can have that much discrepancy in like body type.
Golf.
And you have guys that are like, 5'5" to 6'5" in squash that are successful. So I think that gives every single kid some promise when they're young. When
Yeah,
you look at
true.
tennis, how many
Ooh,
how
lucky
many
hit
kids
there.
in tennis or adult men or women are like 5'5"
what a
that are playing at a
shot.
high level? Very few.
Yeah. Yep. I think tennis now, with the technology, the racket's improving so much, and the serve being so dominant, you won't see
There's not many Michael Changs anymore.
you won't see many Michael Changs.
Or
No, I think
Andre Agassi's.
Andre Agassi, and it's sad. Like that era's, for now at least, it's over unless something changes. Like maybe they raise the net, which I could never see them do. But let's say they raise the height of the net.
I think if they change anything in tennis, I think it's gonna be to one serve. That would be my prediction. Just
what?
because
One serve?
Yeah, only one serve.
That would also do it. Yeah, one serve would do
It's
it.
just the serve is too much.
And it does slow the game down
back in the
so
game.
much. 2 serves.
But Brad,
A
people
4-hour
aren't here
match.
listening about our tennis takes.
Well, maybe they wanted to hear this.
I mean, I'm happy to talk some padel. I was just in Argentina and I saw some padel courts all over the place.
I would
Never
love
got
to
to
play
play,
padel.
but that looks a lot of fun.
So I think this is back to the match here. This is a big point. Colin going down. Oh well, like I was saying, going down 7-3 now. Not what you want to have in the first game.
Well, he's tried to move the ball around a lot. He's
Yep.
given a few opportunities, and I think just like yesterday against Malik, David's been able to like pick off some winners because he's shown that he's not just a grinder. He's not just going to get the ball back. He's not. He's definitely can finish the point at this level, which is you have to have at this point.
Well, we have a question here from the comments from this Merman fellow, asking who he thinks winning the first game. And at this point, well, I mean, you got to say, Badgers favored, but it's not a done deal.
I'm picking him 3-2, but I do think it's going to change a lot.
Ooh, played the body a bit there.
That was a loose
It
drop shot.
was a loose drop.
I don't know. I feel like he was right in his line. I'd not be shocked if that was a stroke. But
They're
it
not
looks
going
like
to give it
it's
to
gonna
him.
be a
No, they're giving a let. I would have liked to have seen him run or like go around to play that ball.
also,
It wasn't the best line.
Something subtle I'd say.
But
is
that was
like,
a no let? Okay,
Colin-
I don't agree with that.
Oh, that was. Terrible call if that's an alert.
Maybe
Sorry,
they're
referees,
making a
but,
statement here just to let them know,
do you
hey
think
guys.
referees should have to be recertified every 5 years, like a elder statesman getting for their driver's license?
That's a good question. I would say no.
Oh.
I think it should be
So once you know you can pass the test once, then you're good for life?
No. I think it's more of a case-by-case basis. I think it's a rolling kind of thing where you're reffing matches and the players and referees, I believe this happens in the big pro matches now, they discuss the matches after and they review calls. And you just learn as you go. And over time, there's probably or should be a committee of referees. And if someone clearly just isn't up to the task, they just, politely say, sorry, it's just not working out.
Do you notice one thing I kind of see here, just because I've watched all these matches all week, but Khan doesn't seem as, he doesn't seem as smiley. Do you notice that? Like, he's been very smiley, very happy the entire week.
Yeah.
And maybe because he's been winning, but maybe it's because of the final, the pressure of the finals, playing a Canadian in the finals of the Nash Cup.
He was smiling a fair amount here.
But
He even got hit in the head and was smiling.
He's got a serious face on today, and I don't know him that well, so I can't say if that's a good or bad thing, but maybe it's the pressure of being in this situation, so I don't know if that's going to help him.
Hold there by
I
Patrick.
feel like he was playing very carefree squash, and
He was,
you can
yeah.
see that in his face.
He's also under a lot of
enjoying his
pressure
time on
here
court.
right now in terms of how David's playing.
Well, maybe that's why he's worried. I'd be worried too if I was out there against
But I actually don't think he's worried. I think he knows this is going to be a long match, and there's a lot of squash to play.
Well, he just can cover the court so well.
Yeah.
Like, it's really impressive. I mean, the way he moves around the court, it looks like he's using no energy. It's
Nice
oh,
shot.
what a beauty.
That was a wonderful drop shot.
Cowboy loves it. Game ball, 10-6. I don't know. I haven't seen him smile yet.
Pretty
He's been
good
so
first game.
positive,
He had
high
smiled a few
energy
times. You
guy,
weren't paying
like-
attention.
Yeah, I don't know.
Went
But
for
the
the
ball is
winner.
about
Oh,
to.
he had a stroke.
The
Didn't
ball's
take
going
it.
to start to soften up. I'm curious. I know it's a bit early to talk about this, but if it's later in the match and the ball starts to soften up,
What a get.
if the Badger's like, I want a new ball, what do you think? Do you think he should just go and be like, I want a new ball?
Yeah, if it goes that far in the match and it's game. What?
Oh,
Wow.
what a
He's
get.
down 6-10. He doesn't have to do this right now. He's really not. He's not likely to win this game. But
Wow, he's just
I
moving the
love
ball
that he's
around
doing
probably
this.
too much. Like, he's asking for trouble with all those shots. David is way too competent to just float anything to the front.
he's going to win this point.
No, I don't think so. Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
That's a stroke.
That's a stroke.
Can't argue that one.
There's a smile. I know
That's his
David's
first one, but
upset.
I can
No, it's not
sense
his first
some.
one. He was smiling
sense-
earlier.
I can sense some tension and some pressure in the
Good.
body language from him. And if you go back and watch the earlier days and you see him play, he was having fun playing squash. And I don't know, do you sleep better when it's you're not worried, but all of a sudden you're going into the finals and you're not sleeping as well. You're thinking so much about your match, about how much you want to win. Win it. I don't know when the last time he's won a title. Those little things. It's
This might
those add
surprise
up.
you,
Those-
Chris, but I've never had
Well-
those problems.
Well, we know because you still dream about your under 10 championship round.
I don't have to dream it when I actually did it.
But I don't know. I think it's hard to have the same energy level in a first round, second round, as it is in the finals, right? And
Well,
I think
if I'm David right now, 8-10. I just lost 2 points in a row. One of
that's
them
why
pretty
Khan
quick.
didn't give up, right? He knows
Yeah.
he's I got to make this hard. He knows he's super fit, so it's not about him wasting energy that he can't get back.
Pace really just picked up too.
Well, I think that's favors
it does
David,
favor
in my
David.
opinion.
Went for it. It's a good, nice cross in the front.
I think we're in for a great match, though.
We are,
You can tell.
yeah.
They're
We're in for a
both
treat
here. They both want this title. Oh, what a great cross-court kill. Fantastic.
He was there for it, but he
I
didn't
think
get it.
he took one out of Holly's books. The
Yeah.
lefty, little cross-court,
Yeah.
faded kill.
It's a nice
And
shot.
Is that just a left-handed shot? Because I don't know why I can't hit that, Brad.
Oh, I hit it all the time, accidentally.
Into the tin.
I didn't say it was a winner.
But do you also notice we got 2 Canadian lefties in the finals, Brad? And
That
our
is
dad
weird.
is here. He's also left-handed.
Yeah, but
Is
he's
it-
not in the finals.
Is it no, but I think, is this a premonition that we are going to have 2 Canadian lefties win these titles?
I don't know. Devil's Paw. Feels
Okay,
satanic
they're doing
somehow.
the
We're doing a
women's
50-50
squash
draw right now
team.
for those who don't know.
For
This
the
is usually
Western.
the Laura and Ron 50-50 draw where they just win somehow every time. Tiro de Langley.
Well, I'm still poor.
Me too.
Scrounging for beer money, Brad.
Yeah,
The Western women's team is doing a bit better today.
they are. But thankfully, while commentating, you get free beer. Hopefully, there's a long, long match.
Okay, so do you notice the women were already back in court? A minute left in their pre-game time. So
Yeah.
what do you think's happening here?
I think they're getting some coaching.
I mean, that was a 15-minute game. Half as long as the first two games was for the women. So
I think they're getting coaching, and also too, it was a bit longer, of course. And actually, he's on. He's got 30 seconds left. But here's the thing.
do you think Con needs like a good knock-knock joke? I think.
Yeah,
He
just
should
a,
have
just a
gone and
smile,
watched
right?
Chris Farley.
Just a smile.
I feel like if he got a good joke, I think he would have lightened up, and I think he would have come out like playing more loose. But
Yeah,
also,
the coaching for Holly and El Tayeb would have actually been pretty basic. First two games, El Tayeb, keep doing what you're doing. Holly, fix your length up, get your cross course better, try and mix it up, get her behind you.
but Con okay, but like in serious matters, I'd say Con was just boasting way too much,
Yep.
trying to do way too much. The ball's bouncy. Belengeron's right on the ball, and he's punishing you for that. So I know that's his game, but his game was more about the touch in his movement, and I think he's got to
I think that's going to come though. Once this ball softens,
He
that's
has to
coming.
play a little bit more disciplined and pick his spots.
Well, how about this? He probably should be a little more disciplined in the first game to game and a half where the ball's fast, and then he should start opening the court up more and playing the game he wants to play. So that is, you're right. That's discipline.
Well, we
to
haven't
get
seen
through
those
that.
soft drop shots coming yet, bro.
No, it just hasn't been possible. The Davis also not letting him get any openings.
That's
Yeah.
got to be a let. If that's not a let,
I think they should.
I don't know what lets are.
Did they have a stroke?
No, it's got to be a let.
I believe they gave it a let. I think he should have played it as well, but
I think
I don't
that's
have the
a
best
safety
angle.
let.
Yeah.
Oh, here we come. Here he comes with the drops, but the
Yep.
ball is still bouncy. It's actually quite warm
There's
today in
another one.
London. It's warmer
It
than
is warm here
yesterday.
today.
There's a full crowd watching this match. It changes the temperature of the
Yeah.
court. So I don't think these drop shots are going to stay as short until later on in this match. So he's
do you
going to
think-
have to adjust a bit quicker.
Yeah. How would you think Khan's game would function on a glass court? Would he be more dangerous, more effective, or less effective? The way he's playing here.
Well, I think you don't need to. I don't think the pace is as important on the glass court, but it's definitely more about accuracy. Because if you hit your lines, your drives get to the back of the court, unless they're cut off like that. But your drops definitely are going to be more rewarding. But
Bad luck there from Khan, but good on David to take advantage of that situation. 2-2. Yeah, I actually think a glass court would. This is going to sound like I'm again a waffler. In some ways, it would really favor Khan. His drop shots would stay very short. But on the downside, because he doesn't play a ton of pace normally, he likes to play, let's say,
But you're not going to
70%,
you're
he
not
won't
going to
get
be
as
that
deep.
successful dropping from the back of the court consistently against a really highly ranked player. And
No.
I don't know. I do sense that his energy level is similar to his opponents yesterday. Jaume,
Yep.
his energy level was a bit flat. He looks like he was not that comfortable or a bit stressed out or something. And I do sense it's a little similar right now for Khan. So we'll see if he can find that free-flowing squash where he's had his best results so far in this tournament. Very hard to change, I think, in mid-match. Just gonna have to fight for it, I think.
Did we ever find out how many championships each player has had? I think that'd be a good factor in determining sort of levels of nervousness or anxiety.
Well, I'm sure the PSA website has that information, Brad, but
Is that a
I'm
subtle
watching this
or not
squash.
so subtle hint?
I'm busy watching this rally because this is one
In
of the
between
longest rallies
points,
of the
then
match.
this guy here will look for it.
I also just feel like Khan's like picking up the pace, trying to hit with David, and I don't think that's the right play either. I just think he should play more like medium pace.
Oh, that was not the right shot, but it was flashy. I like it. I like he went for it, but it just was a wrong shot.
So many boasts.
That's something our Tal boy would
He
do.
is definitely hitting with more pace than he has the entire week,
Yep.
and I don't think it's helping Khan at the moment. I don't think he's kind of been floating his length a lot more earlier in the week, and it's worked for him. So I don't know why he's trying to hit with the Canadian hammer here. I just think it's not going to be an effective outcome if he's
So
trying to
David has
smash
won
everything.
6 titles.
And how many finals has he been in? Because that's what it's about. It's a
I
ratio.
can't tell that easily. And Con has won 4. Oh, he's been in 7, so he's won 4 of 7. And David has won 6 of 17.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. But David has played 222 PSA matches.
Well, I think Con's 3 years older, so he's probably
Yep.
up there too.
Con's played 236.
Yeah.
138 tournaments.
They're very closely ranked, so I
Yeah.
do think this is going to be a battle. Even though, if this is David, sorry, he's Canadian, French.
Yeah, I can't
Not
help but say
Canadian
David.
English, but
It's just going to happen. So I'll call him the Badger.
how do we apologize in French?
Pardon-moi?
Is that right? I don't know if we should listen to Talboy.
Excusez.
Excusez-moi?
I don't think that's correct. Excusez-moi?
Well,
I've
he knows
forgotten
we're
most of
cheering
my
for
French
him.
lessons.
So. Oh, there's one of his best
I
drops
think he
so
got
far.
it. I think that was a clean pickup.
That was his best
Yeah.
drop so far.
Con's not happy about it, but I'm pretty sure that
Ball
was
is very
clean.
bouncy. Court is still very lively.
That was
If they were
not
playing
the best
a
drop.
January tournament here, I would probably take Con because I think the score would play way bigger. Those drops would stay way shorter.
This rally is getting pretty
No,
fun.
why is he boasting so much?
Yeah. He does open the court up a little too much, attacks a little too much, but
Oh, that was so ambitious.
he's not
I
happy. He
don't
gave a look to
understand
the
that
ref's
one.
errors.
I think
No.
you might hear about that one between games, Brad. That was
Yeah.
that was not the right
That
shot.
was not the right shot, and now we got ourselves a tie game.
And it's not needed. I feel like
No.
Con's opening up the court so much. He's giving you every opportunity to attack whenever you want. Why go for a cross-court nick from the back of the court?
And Davis has some good attacking shots this match. He's shown a good ability to put it away. But going back to what we said earlier, he is probably 20, 30 pounds heavier. Granted, it's all muscle, but
Oh, he does. I don't think he's ever been tired, Brad.
Do you think he's ever been
No,
tired?
I don't think he's ever been tired.
like maybe he woke up one morning, he's kind of sleepy. Do you think that's happened?
I don't think so. I
Oh,
just don't think
man.
he's ever been tired. I don't think he knows that adjective. I don't know what it is about the French people. Like all the French, like actual France players are insanely fit and they never get tired. And
Oh,
same with
stroke.
the French Canadians. They don't get tired.
So what do you think about this
That
this
was
year?
super loose. I think
It
stroke.
came out in
that
the
was
body.
right down the middle. Even though he went to the right,
Yeah,
that should be a stroke. That's a stroke.
that should be a stroke.
That
no,
was
it should be a
super
stroke.
loose.
So here's why I think it should be a stroke. It came out into David's body. It was a bad drop.
He couldn't
Con
play the ball.
Con went in for a normal straight drop. He had to adjust as the ball came out. Are they giving a no let? That frankly has to be, I think, from this angle here, was not a good call. That was not a good call.
Well,
I don't understand that.
Maybe they should get their recertification every 5 years, Brad.
I just don't understand how that.
Or
could
maybe
be
they got a
no
small
let.
wager on the Canadian boy. What do you think?
Maybe I just feel, you know what probably happened is from upstairs, because the angle you have as a referee upstairs, you can't see that position very well. You would have seen Con put his arm around David.
I don't think you need to see that. That was down.
No,
I
but
don't think you
see-
needed for that.
But you would see him put his
that
arm
shot,
around
though.
David and think, because you wouldn't be able to see the bounce of the ball because David's
Well,
body
the pros
blocked
aren't
it.
trying to hit a shot down the middle. That was
No.
actually right to the tee.
Yeah.
And just because he started right and then had to go back and change to the left, he never like spun around. It was right down the middle of the court. So there's the first smile of Con, I think, for the day.
I don't know if they're having a laugh or a disagreement, but
I think they're both
they're
very
just
fair.
saying watch elbows when you go by.
They're
and-
both fair. I think
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fine. I think we're lucky these guys in the finals. I don't expect any broken rackets tonight.
Not intentionally.
It's true.
So I think Dave is upset. He's saying he's getting blocked out here by Con sometimes with elbows or on the way by. I haven't really seen that, but
No, I haven't noticed that either. I mean, David actually has broken 2 rackets, I think, this week, but not out of anger, just
No.
out of, scraping balls off that side of wall. So it's funny how you think, beginners break more rackets, but really it's because they don't ease up when the ball's tight. But better players are trying to scrape balls off the side wall way more often than beginners are.
are you supposed to ease up when the ball's tight?
Yes.
Man, I've been doing it wrong all this time.
I mean, if you don't want to break rackets, if you're a sponsor, then go.
no one
go nuts,
responds
but-
to me anymore. Maybe Sears squash.
I did give you a free racket, Brad.
Yeah, Jen took that.
And now they're a limited edition. There's none left.
That is true. Collector's item. Oh, what was that
You
drop?
knew that was going across. I just love Con, how he's basically one movement from the tee.
Yeah.
And he's just on the ball. Like, he's not,
Ah,
accuracy
he's
needs to be a
playing the
bit
body.
better. I mean, no, David cannot play that shot and stand there. I would not be
No.
shocked if that's a stroke.
Which is
It was a
odd
decent
considering,
drop, but
considering
Con
2
was-
rallies ago, Con got a no left for
But
what should have
Con
been a
was
stroke.
on that so early.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that was a stroke.
Con got the stroke. I'm
It
not
was
either.
a decent
Yeah.
drop. It wasn't glued, but he couldn't clear, and Con
No.
was up behind him
Yeah.
as he was hitting the ball.
Con
'cause
was
it
on
so
that ball so
deliberate.
fast.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
The
You
drop
can be
just,
upset
I think
'cause
the
the
drop
shot was
also just
good.
came out too far. It wasn't short. It was pretty deep.
I mean,
That's
even though
not
all
great.
of us want the Canadian to win, I still think, if he goes down, if he goes up to love, what are the odds we see a 5-setter? So I wouldn't be
Well,
too
hey,
disappointed.
what were we saying in the last match?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we don't know what we're talking about, and they don't pay us.
So yeah, there's a reason we're not paid for this position.
That was a sick backhand soft kill by Belligeron there. Oh, that's
you
a
guys
good
gotta play
opportunity.
that.
I think
I
he's
would
gotta
play that
that.
ball. Take your space.
That
You
can't
had
be
a
a
good opening.
stroke, I don't think.
No, it's not.
But
the rest
I
are
don't
gonna
know. He just a little drop shot or a soft kill. That's an
Yeah.
easy point.
Yeah.
He probably wishes he hit that ball. But
Well, I know in Con he probably would get it back, but at least he'd be out of position for the next shot.
probably didn't want to wreck Con's hairdo.
Oof.
You can see these drops staying a little
Yeah.
bit shorter now.
And they're getting better.
He's
Yeah, they're getting
making
tighter.
some deeper lunges coming out here.
Okay. Con is appreciative of that one too, saying, "Yeah, that's
The
good." to
crowd
see.
loved that one.
The
That
crowd
was a
liked
sick
that one a
kill.
lot. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's from the middle of the court. He tried to do that earlier
Yeah.
from the very back of the court when it was like completely unnecessary. Oh, I love that forehand cross kill. Great length. Oh, went for it again, but not good enough. Do you think every cross-court kill has to be hit as hard as possible, Brad? I feel like it's.
Well, the way I do
I
it,
think it's gonna not bounce
Yeah,
up as
because you're
much
trying
if
to
you don't hit
dent
it
the
as
tin.
hard. That's you got. I think he would have got that. I think he would have got that. That was a good shot, but I think it's a let. I think
He would've
I think
got
he
it.
would've got it. He's so fast, he gets everything.
so Talboy,
He
keep
would
in
have
mind.
got it. There was interference. I think it's a let.
So the reason I think it's a let is it was a good shot, but it also, remember, it came out quite a bit. Con would have got it. The ball came out more than David expected. David was in the way.
But I've seen very few David straight forehand counter drops. Very few. He's usually holding and hitting back deep. So that's probably why I caught Con off guard, because he has not done that much. So
That's a
few
good
more
point.
of those like straight counter drops, maybe a little trickle boost, could buy him actually some pretty easy points up there.
Nice
Oh,
shot
beautiful
there.
drop. Jumped on that volley
Con
early.
just soaks it up.
Oh, he's so fluid, Brad. It's annoying when we train so hard and we never could move this well. I don't know
Yeah,
why it's
you
so
know-
frustrating. It's just jealousy, I guess. But
You know, you ever heard of that like whole multiverse theory?
beautiful
where
shot.
There's like an infinite number of universes, and in maybe this universe where you were the king of Canada or the best
we have
rugby
a
player in the
president.
world. Yeah,
No, we have a prime minister. I got that wrong too.
yeah. But
We have
there's
a prime
actually,
minister.
I think there's no universe in the whole multiverse, if that's real, where I'm as
So we're
fast
actually
and
in
fluid as
somebody's
these
dream
guys.
right now. We're in Elon Musk's dream,
Oh boy, if that's the case, we're all in trouble.
or if we're not in trouble because it's a dream.
Well, what happens when he wakes up? It's very
So
Lovecraftian.
we're not even really watching
Oh, what
squash.
happened
I
there?
don't know why you stopped there.
I think he said he hit him, but I didn't see it. But that's fine.
Oh,
No
neither
one
one
seemed to
argued,
contend it.
so-
Yeah, reset.
This is huge
Yeah.
end of this game for Con.
Con cannot
Oh,
afford to go
play
down.
the ball.
Play the ball.
Play the ball. That's going to be a let.
Play the ball.
It's not a stroke. You had an easy winner with that amazing racket skill. Backhand cross-court drop to the front right, and that's the point for him.
Yep.
I don't know. It's easy from out here, isn't it? It's actually still hard from out here.
It's still hard from out here, but it's
But the
easier
shot
than in there.
selection a few times is a bit easier.
Well, I realized today playing just some fun little doubles this morning that I was tired after a few points, and I'm seeing this. I'm like, man, this is a lot of work. I don't think I want to do this anymore.
What, commentating?
No, I
Oh.
like run out a tough match. Commentating will be done pretty soon.
Well, that's why
Not
there's
that
Masters divisions, Brad, so you can play with
That's
the
true.
other
Yeah,
people.
playing with the other guys who are in the same boat as me.
You don't play with people half your age anymore once you're 40 plus.
I try not to, but I did today.
Well, that's your problem.
That is a problem.
Plus, they're buying the beer.
Although, funny enough, I wasn't the least fit guy. Oh no, a London
London
Licious.
squash, Nick.
A
Oh
London
no.
Licious.
We got to email the board about that one. That can't happen. Too many times this
They
weekend.
can't fix
this
it
week.
now. The metals, we have a metal
No, I
strip here
think
for
next
the
time they
viewers.
redo the floors, they're gonna lift the floors up.
Yeah, but those
the
floors won't be
Litron, like,
redone
kinda
for another
forced it going
15,
for that
15
cross-court
plus
Nick
years.
again. That's trouble. Can't
Yeah.
leave him there. He's too good.
But also can't put them away.
The pace is up again.
Yeah.
One's kind of hitting a bit harder. Oh, that's trouble. Oh,
What a
good gut.
get.
So freaking smooth.
What sort of training regimen do you think Khan has?
Ghosting.
Just
Non-stop
you think?
ghosting and
'Cause
soloing.
I don't think he's a guy that's like doing squats.
No,
in the
he
gym.
is non-stop ghosting and soloing. I
You
would
think
say
he's like a
multiple
runner?
hours a week of each. Multiple hours. Like
And you
probably
what do you
5 to
think-
10
and
hours of each.
I think in comparison to
Oh,
someone like David is
love
probably
that drop
doing
shot.
he's doing squats, deadlifts, Olympic stuff. Ghosting for sure, cycling.
That was telegraphed. Oh, that was a good choice, but it wasn't good enough. Good get.
Still in this.
What a rally. This is world-class squash here, Brad.
It is, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the
sloppy.
crowd's
though.
gone
That was
silent.
sloppy.
Oh, caught him off guard.
Sloppy.
That was a sloppy shot. Do you think that was just a temporary fatigue shot? A little oxygen deprivation to the brain?
Yes.
The towel boy here just dropped his drink all over the floor.
Well, it's not like it's new carpet. Or
Yeah, it's only just new carpet. That's fine. Of course, he doesn't towel this up.
Oh, here we go. Here's the opportunity.
Yeah, I
But
could
you
have
see
more
that
with
ball
that.
is still very
Yeah.
hot.
Well, they've been hitting it a lot harder the past 2 or 3 points.
Oh, I would have lifted that. That was
Yeah.
a poor choice, I think.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't think the boast has worked well against David at all.
No, he's on that so
Yeah.
fast.
And that's questionable too. It's gone short again. That he maybe got a fish for a stroke.
Yeah, I'm glad he played it. Nope.
Oh, we're in for a long point here. You can tell this is match changing this point.
Yeah.
Because you're basically going 1-1 or maybe possibly down 2-0. It's math, Brad.
That's a loose cross court. Put him
You're
under a lot
holding
of
cross.
pressure there.
You
Yeah.
knew he was gonna
What
hold
a
him cross.
fantastic
You knew he was
get.
going to hold him cross that.
Yep.
I mean, I knew
But it was
that.
but it was such a good shot. It almost didn't matter.
Yeah, it came off the sidewall just a bit. This has got to be getting over 50 shots here.
Yeah. These guys, no matter how fit they are, they're feeling this right
Oh, he caught the nick, but he
now.
got it back.
Hold it and go straight.
Oh, good lift.
This rally hurts.
That was loose. Lift that.
They're
No,
they're
why
both
would you play
slowing
that
down
drop?
a lot right now. He got it.
I don't know if he got
I
that.
think-
My eyesight's not good enough.
I thought he got it.
I don't know what happened there.
But it would have been a stroke. It would have been a stroke anyways.
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe they were too tired to argue because I don't.
They can't breathe right now.
I actually have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
Amazing rally. Colin, you could see that one decision in the end. He tried to play that cheeky little drop, and he should have hit it deep, and it maybe cost him the point. Is it 10-all?
He gave
Oh,
him
it
the
is
ball.
10-all.
Con's conceding it. Taking their time here.
That
That's
one
good. Yeah.
shot, 10-all.
I thought, it's interesting. I thought he got it, but the next one was a stroke anyways. I think David just set up for the stroke, and just in case the refs reverse their decision. These guys have to be hurting now, and it's only the second game.
This is gonna be another super long game.
I think they might be too tired for
I
another
just want
long
to see
rally.
a 5-setter, Brad.
Yeah,
I want Davey to win, of course. Come on.
that
like,
was
I'm
the
Canadian,
largest
but-
burst of motion I've seen from Con this entire tournament.
Yeah. He still looks all business today.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that suits him. Like, how can you be all business but have that
He's been
haircut and that
smiling.
beard, Brad?
He's been smiling. He's been good. He's
you
having
can't
fun.
be. You can't be.
Why can't he be?
It's like you. What a shot! It's like
That was
Brad,
a
no
nice
one took
shot.
you serious when you're wearing those yellow pajama bottoms. Like,
Why
track
should they?
pants?
I don't take myself serious.
Exactly. So, like, I just think he's taking himself too serious today. Oh, beautiful kill. That was
Yeah.
fantastic shot.
David got it though, and now he's back in the point.
Yeah, and now he's
Oh,
played
no.
the worst shot of the game.
11 all and a reverse boast from midcourt. I just don't understand that.
I think he was watching him in con. Did I say that last match? Because I feel like he's been watching him in con.
Do you think he was watching our double
That
stay?
was
No.
very loose, but he cleared
Play it. Play it. He was out of the way.
Yeah,
He was out of
that
the
was
way.
super loose, but it's not a stroke. It's not a stroke.
By the time the ball got to Con, David had cleared, and you got to play that because you have the wide open
But you
court.
could see that's what
Yep.
David is so good at. He absorbed two amazing
11 all.
winners, and all of a sudden now
Green
like
light.
Con tried to force it, trying to do something
Mhm.
out of nothing. He didn't reset the point, and that's like what we saw yesterday as well. It's like Curtis had to hit multiple winners in a row to win a point, and it's so frustrating to have to do that.
One of the toughest things for me going from junior level to, adult playing open events and so on is learning that just hitting a winner is not the end of the point. It's not a winner. You got to hit 4 or 5 winners, but you also often hit a winner and they hit a good shot off it, and you got to reset, and you're like, all right, we're back in this point. Mentally, it's really tough.
And do you notice Con's drops are not staying as short?
They're not.
They are not nearly the same.
This
as
ball and the court
yesterday
temperature.
was totally different.
Yeah, it's
The
warmer
court
in
played
here.
way.
You got it. No argument there. That was a nice shot.
Okay, belligerent's going to the towel though. Did we say that right, Brad? Belligerent.
I thought it was Vigeron.
Belligerent.
Vigeron.
Vigeron.
Vigeron. Vigeron. I don't think the L's are pronounced
Okay,
as
but you got to
L's.
spell it like
Vigeron.
B-A-I-L-L.
Vigeron. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually ask the merman who's
We
in
can
our
ask him
YouTube chat.
after he's done the. If he wins, we can't ask him if he loses,
No.
obviously, but
I
it
think
would
the
be nice to get
merman
the
will know because
pronunciation
he's
right.
French. So I'll ask him.
those drops are just coming back a little deeper than yesterday.
Do you think he's just trying to put like some pain on him? Chip away at the iceberg? I wouldn't do it right now, but maybe that's just a strategy. Start taking away their speed.
I do think that Con's game is a bit different than yesterday. His,
Trouble.
he's hitting the ball with a bit more pace.
Did a lot more with it. But
His
it
drops
almost
are
got
moving
him.
back a bit. Lucky bounce.
He apologized a bit for that one.
But
That was
I'd
lucky.
say 3 differences. Con is not as relaxed and easygoing and happy-go-lucky as yesterday. His drops are not staying as short as yesterday, and he's trying to hit his length with more pace than yesterday. So, I don't know. Is that the right move? We're going to find out soon, but
Well, we have a lot of chat messages here, which I'll read them after this game. I don't want to take my focus off these last few points.
I feel like everyone already knows what the merman's saying, Brad.
I saw a name, Carl Baglio, in there. I haven't seen that name in a long time. I thought he converted into a full-time cross-country skier. I guess he's still in
a
his
marathon
rush.
runner, Brad.
No, cross-country skiing. He won an event when he was 14.
And Con is just absorbing pressure right
Yeah.
now. Like, there is a barrage of, like, amazing shots. And that shot, Con to play that cross-court flick from the back of the court, that worked yesterday multiple times. Davey comes out so early. It's not working. That
So if
post
you're
is not
Con,
working.
but if you're Con, why would you not do it? Because it's not hurting you. David's hitting it back twice. He hit cross-course back at him.
I think it is hurting him. I think his boast is hurting him. I think he's overhitting his length a little bit, and I think he's just being slightly impatient because he expects the round to be over earlier.
Ooh, that was a weird movement from David there. I think he's
Well,
a
he's
little tired
definitely
at this
feeling
point.
it. The first game was
Yeah.
15 minutes. This is going to be longer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
This
I
is
think
longer.
he's-
This one game's longer than any match you played in your entire life, probably, Brad.
Okay, the crowd, the entire club is laughing at that because they know it's true. Just because it's true doesn't mean you have to say it.
Oh, that was a sick hold.
David is feeling this
Fantastic hold.
right now. He's
That's
gonna
that pad thai,
that's
Brad.
a stroke.
He got the spicy pad thai. It didn't
That's a
help him.
stroke.
That's got to be his. No, he's right on that. That was tight, but if you can't clear your drop, why drop? If you can't clear your
Yeah,
drop, Brad,
yep.
don't drop.
I don't think he had a choice.
If you can't clear it, don't do it.
I think this may be the first time David's tired. He'll recover fast.
He went
but
to the
he's
towel
tired.
2 points ago. He
Yep.
is definitely 100% feeling this. And this is where that difference in 20 to 30 pounds of muscle, or just carrying around a little bit more
So,
extra
a question
pad
from
thai
the
makes a
comments.
difference.
Fellas, why do you think that Con isn't utilizing his lob shots to set up opportunities for his hand skills?
Because he's trying to bash the ball with David, I think.
Bad
That's what I
miss.
think.
That's a
I
fatigue
think
shot.
he's.
And then another person, Ben Boulanger, whoever that is, never heard that guy before, said, Chris, I would argue that Albertans with the altitude training are fitter
What?
than I think he says these players on court.
I didn't hear what you said.
He's saying this Ben Boulanger guy says, Chris, I would argue the Albertans with the altitude training are fitter.
Well, how come they're not in the finals then, Brad?
That's a valid point. Yeah. Ben Boulanger, why aren't you in the finals? Good question. Yeah.
Seems like a fair point.
J. Todd Hope says only one ref upstairs tonight, and all the people are in the audience. Merman says to me, if I was King of Canada, would I still call it Canada? Maybe the land of Brad or Bradtopia.
Well, I just got stupider. Maybe
Yeah,
just
I
stop
just
reading
got a
these
little
comments,
super.
Brad.
I mean, okay, Merman, first of all, that's a stupid question. If I'm the King of Canada, it's Canada. Otherwise, I'm not the King of Canada. Come on, Merman. Get your act together. You've been out of squash too long. By Liar Gian. By Liar Gian. I don't
Is
know
that how to pronounce his name? Okay,
I'm not
that's
sure if
actually an
Anne-
important one. Like, we should probably read that one.
I'm not sure if Anne's making fun of us. Ba
No, she's trying to
Bar
help us here.
Ba Yar
Brad,
Gian.
come on, we're not the only
Juan.
person that can't like
No,
say his
Merman.
name pronounced
Merman.
properly.
Ba Yar Juan.
Bayar Juan.
Bayar Gian.
Bayar Juan?
Bayar Gian. Bayar Gian. Okay. Bayar Gian? You
Well, I
say
can't
it
say
better
it
than
that
we
way.
do.
Do you want to take the mic?
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back shortly for the next game. Gonna grab
With
some
Bayar Juan.
refreshments.
All right. Bard went for some drinks, but the next game's starting. So 41 minutes for 2 games, just what I actually expected. And I don't know what Bradley thought at the end of that game, but I think David looked a little tired. Some of those movements, he went to the towel quite a few times. He definitely probably is going to be upset that he didn't go up too low, because I think as our Shreenivas would tell us that if you go up too low, you're going to win a lot more matches than being tied at 1-all. So I don't know. I feel like momentum might have just shifted right here. Khan, he had a big smile at the end of that first game. I think he can play an 8-hour shift of squash with that physique. So, yeah, this is going to be, we definitely going way over an hour for this one. So I'm just going to pretend to ask some questions here, but what would I say to David if I was coaching him in between games? I would have said, like, you don't need to hit cross-court nicks from the back of the court. If Khan plays those both and he's moving the ball short too much, get on early, make him pay for those. And I think that's pretty much it. Like, just a few bad decisions and trying to force it just a little bit, and doesn't need to, because Khan opens up the court a ton. If I was Khan, I'd say, if I was in his corner, I'd say the ball's getting colder, it's getting softer. Let's make it hurt here. Let's make the court play super big. Don't need to maybe hit his length as hard. I think he's been trying to overhit his drives, trying to hit with Belegeron. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to say that by midnight, but I think he's trying to hit with the same speed and pace that David does, and I don't think that's his game. So I never like when your opponent is dictating the pace of play. And obviously, this is a super key point. And David is definitely actually a little bit late back to the tee at the moment, so I think he's winded. He's feeling this. I think maybe he ordered the extra large pad thai last night. Yeah. He's looking a bit slower, Brad. I thought physicality was not actually going to come into play at all, but we're 40 plus minutes into this match.
Yeah.
That last game was like 24 minutes. And
That's
he's
got to take something out of you, no
he's
matter
a
how fit
little
you
late
are.
back to the
Yeah.
tee. Hey, we got a hole-in-one in the bucket.
But that was also, I mean, I think both players are going to be feeling this now. The question is
No.
who can recover faster.
Con is not breathing hard at all.
But he has to be feeling it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, then I'm just jealous.
Yeah, so am I. But
I can't remember the last time I played a full match for 40 minutes.
and not felt tired. Yeah, they're in
No,
their
just in
second booking
general.
time right now, Brad.
Yeah,
Usually you only have 40 minutes for one booking time. These guys are going extra time tonight.
Yeah, I think we have Dave Code and Eugene coming up next on this court. They're probably going to bump them off
Oh, what a sick, that filthy drop shot. That was
soon. That was not
ambitious.
a good drop. Yeah.
But that movement, oh man.
Nice try on that hold. I liked it. It didn't work, but
I did not like it.
no, I like that he tried it.
I think he could have just gone up there simply, hit it down the wall, and it would have done better. But it's
He's
easy
having
to
a
say
bum-
now that seeing what didn't work.
Yeah, Con's having a bit of fun. He's loosened up a little bit here with the refs.
Well, I think he's feeling like his chances have improved greatly. And if someone's betting on this, I feel like they got to feel very confident that Con is making a comeback at the moment. And that's not what this crowd wants. This crowd wants another Canadian title tonight. But it's not going to be easy. And we didn't think it was going to be easy. We thought it was going to be a 3-2,
Yeah, I wanted
like
to see
hour
a
and a half
3-2. I thought it'd
battle.
be a
And I
3-2.
think that might actually happen.
Jeez.
That was filthy again.
So the Pierre here in the comments, and we talk to people who are French. Bayageron. Pierre,
Positive
that's
energy
correct.
there.
Bayageron. Bayageron. Gian. Bayageron.
Okay, well, it's only going to get better the more beers you have, so
Or
just
worse.
keep drinking.
But I'll think it's better. And he says David, not David. Well, you know what,
David.
Pierre?
Yeah, I know it's David. But
It's-
sometimes you say David because
I'm going to
it's
say
just,
David because I know so many Davids
We're on,
in
We're
Ontario.
in Ontario. I feel like if he was in Ontario, it should be David,
It's David
right?
here.
And if
Yeah,
if we go to Montreal, then it should be David.
that's true.
Do you think? Like
And-
if you were in like Montreal, I feel like it would be.
Well, I would think just be, no thank you, sir. We're not going to serve you.
Well, probably that, but it would also be like it wouldn't be Brad. It would be.
What would it be?
The
I don't
French
know.
version of
Is
Brad.
there a French version? That was a nice drop there from David.
Well, this is super critical point of the match. 4-3 for Con, and he's looked a bit sharper. I think David has looked a little flat and a bit fatigued the start of this game, but
Do you notice
That's
the
to be
ball?
expected.
The ball's really slowed down this game,
yeah, you can tell they're having to get deeper into their
Yeah.
squats and lunges off the back of the court.
and the
Their
length
drop
is just
shots
not
are
getting as
staying
deep.
shorter.
Yeah,
And I just feel like the tide has shifted, Brad.
and Con's doing some fist pumps and he's trying to get himself going
The
here.
tide has shifted, and
Yeah.
I feel like David has to make a stand here. I just think if he lets us get away, it's gonna slip, and it's gonna be gone. His opportunity is gone. Like I think he has to really make this push right now. Come
So we
back.
had some people here saying, "Bad Starcraft Casting says buy Arzon, buy Arzon."
That was very
The
critical.
Z
I
seems
think
a little
we're in
strong there.
we're in like a critical position right now.
And
for-
Pierre says Brad is Brad even in Montreal. Well, it's good to know I'm consistent.
Huh. Well,
Yeah.
what's Ralph in Montreal?
That doesn't matter. What's Chris? Chris in Montreal. That'd be good to know. And Merman has a question. Fellas, do you think players keep playing reverse bows against David to bring the ball further up front of the court with a hot ball? It seems to be happening over and over again against him. I actually haven't noticed that. Have you?
They've done it, but it has not been successful.
Yeah, I haven't thought it's been a
But
very
I
effective
do
shot
think
against him.
what is so important is right now. This part of the match is going to make or break who wins this tournament.
7-4 to 5-6, very big difference.
I just think that Khan has got some belief right now, and
Yeah.
I think he was not thinking he had a chance. And David was playing amazing. That shot was
That was a
fantastic.
very nice shot.
That was probably his best shot of the match. But I think Khan was taking over mentally, physically this match. And David was looking a bit tired, and he was, and the court was opening up way more, way quicker, which favors Khan.
Wow, what a shot. So we had a message here from this Carl Baglio. Blast from the past says, I'm up in Muskoka now, going to head to Nova Scotia in a couple days to visit Tim Lote. Another name I haven't seen in a little while.
Is that in French, or is that?
Tim Lote. How do you say Lote in French? Or Tim?
Isn't it Time?
Time. Carl, if you're,
Great
I'm
shot.
assuming you're gonna fly out from Toronto, but if not, come to London for a bit. Say hello.
Well, we're in the absolute pinnacle point of this match.
And Pierre says Chris is also Chris everywhere, so no need to change how
So
you
I'm not
pronounce your name.
special.
Yeah.
What if I
neither
put
of
an
us are special.
Exantigu on my
Oh
name,
my
Brad?
goodness!
What if I put an Exantigu on the I or something?
That
Did I
would
do
change
that?
something. I don't think you can do that in the I, can you?
I don't know. Why not? It's my name.
No, it doesn't go. It goes on the E's.
I could do
I
whatever I
thought
want.
the
It's my name.
Exantegu went on the E's, or Exantegu and Exantegi.
Brad, I don't live by those standards. I can do whatever I want with my name.
Well, I haven't actually.
Oh, filthy!
I
Let's
haven't
go.
taken French in a while.
He needed that.
Should
He
put it up
needed a
again.
couple of quick points. And
Yeah.
I think if Khan doesn't win this game, I think he's. I don't know. I think Khan
Very
has
fair
to
there.
win this game.
By Con.
I think
Refs.
actually David, they both have to win the game. I think.
No, I don't think so. I think
No,
David
I
has
do.
to win it, and I think if Con wins it, the match is over. If David wins it, Con
Oh,
still has
filthy
a
drop.
chance. That was such a good
Did he
drop.
ask for a new ball? Okay, story
I would,
time.
I would
story
ask for a
time,
new
Bard.
ball.
So Argentina, we were coaching the Junior Pan Ams Canadian team, and we're playing the Brazil team, and our number one's playing their number one. It's 1-all, or maybe it's 1-all or 2-1. I don't know, but it's 1-all or 2-1. Doesn't matter. But either way, like their number one's looking at the ball, like, oh, this ball is like not bouncing right. What's wrong with this ball? And the ball is fine, but it's just getting slower as the match goes on. And then the referees at the start of the third or fourth game, whatever game it was, is like, okay, guys, you have to use a new ball. And I'm like, no, the ball's not broken. Both players have to request a new ball.
Yeah, the
So-
ref can't dictate that.
And no, they actually showed the rules, and apparently if the referee is like, the ball is not up to par, the referee can request
got
a new
it.
ball. Do you know that rule? It was
I had
actually
no-
a legit rule. I've never seen or heard of in my life.
I had no idea
and
that
apparently
was
it's
a rule.
actually a rule. So yeah. So apparently that's a thing. So
That's
the
pretty
ref
funny.
allowed, like, just basically made the judgment saying, I think your ball's not good
Yeah.
enough. Here's a new ball. But it was fine. It was
Yeah.
just getting slower. But I've never seen that happen.
All right,
in
9-9. That
30.
last rally was pretty intense, and this ball is getting soft.
Well,
What do you
that's why I'm
think now?
thinking about, like, who would a new ball benefit?
That was
Like,
good.
would a new
Yep.
ball benefit David, or would it benefit
David,
Faraz?
David, I think more.
Because Khan is the one who's like more attacking, and
Con wants a slower ball, I think.
yeah,
It benefits his game
well,
more. Although
I-
he's
I
down
would-
this game right now.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. The last few rounds, he's won very quickly. So I feel like that's something that's actually super important. The bounce of the ball can totally dictate the outcome of the match, right? The bouncier the ball is totally going to change.
Bad mistake.
Ouch.
Bad mistake.
But don't you think that makes such a big difference in squash, right? Tennis, the ball's always the same bounce.
Yep.
It might be a different surface, but in squash, it changes it so much. So if you were these players, would you be trying to, which one would you be saying, let's get a new ball in here?
If I was David, I would, although I just won that game.
He ended that game so strong.
He
And
did,
they were like
yeah.
quicker points.
Yeah.
He was able to hit some great winners, which I don't think he could. He'd have to work way harder with a bouncier ball. But Khan also, I love those soft short drops.
Yeah.
So I don't know if. No,
No, I didn't. I think he's going to win that game.
I thought Khan had all the momentum. I
Yeah.
thought he was going to win that.
And he did. So we had a guy, Savas Chamberlain, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, I apologize. He said, I was teammates with David when he played for McGill, varsity squash team, nicest guy ever, really rooting for him here. Exclamation mark.
We're all rooting for him.
Yeah,
He's
we're all rooting
Canadian.
for him. He's Canadian.
We got like 100 people here rooting for David.
Yeah.
Even if we can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
Well, let's call him David, and
Yeah.
the Canadian Badger. And we can take turns until somebody gets it right. But he's a great guy.
Mike McHugh, haven't heard of this guy before. I don't know who he is. Some nobody, probably. Says,
I heard
boys,
he-
it's 1199. Let's get back on topic here. Well, Mike, you're a little late to the game here. It's already over. Come on, Mike. Get with it.
Well, I know he's played in the Nash Cup multiple times in years past.
And Renee says, another pronunciation of David's names, David Ba Ya Yar Ba Yar Jo.
I think
Ba
those
Yar
are too
Jo.
long of
Soft J and last N isn't pronounced. Okay, then Renee, why is the N in the name? Why is it in the name? Take it out of the name. Language is just doesn't make any sense.
Can we just give I think we just give people a number, Brad. Let's just call him like 8324. How about that? Can we
From
just
now
call,
on,
like, let's call him like a
no,
number.
he's a Badger, okay? Con can be Con. I think I'm pronouncing Con correctly.
No, but there's too many
Con and
cons.
Badger.
There's a lot of cons, Brad.
Only one Con on court today,
That's
and in
true.
this finals.
But there's many cons.
That's true.
And there's only one David Bellegeron.
Well, I'm going to ask
Did I
Mike
get that
McHugh
right
here.
or no? Are people still complaining?
He's played the Nash Cup many times. Good player. Mike, who's your bet right now? I know you probably want to pick David, but what's your prediction here? Is he going to win this fourth game? 3-1?
I think
going
Con's
5?
going to win this game. I think Con's going to win this game. I think we're going 5. But I don't know. Again, the start's going to be critical. David had an amazing end to that
Great
last
shot.
game. So I'm hoping David can pull this one out.
Ian Haas says he's with Carl Bagula right now in Muskoka. Whereabouts are you in Muskoka? Great area, but it's going to be a little chilly in the water now.
Good shot. But David did look tired at the end of last game, but then he went on a crazy run. He had some like super short, convicted rallies where he just like chopped him up. So I actually feel like it's anyone's game, but I still like the chances of this going 5.
I do too.
Because I think David was looking slightly more tired. He was going to the towel quite a bit. It's been like probably an hour now for this match, so it was a crazy long match for 3 games. And we'll see. We'll see. The start's going to be key. That was the worst shot I think Con's hit in the entire week.
Ooh, nice counter. That was a bad shot by Con. Oh, they're in Huntsville now. That's a very nice area. So, Merman says, did they change the ball? No, they didn't. They didn't change the ball, which I'm a little
would you
surprised
ask to
about.
change the ball?
I might have, as David.
I don't know. I think the way he ended that last game, I would not have.
You think keep the momentum
No,
going?
I don't think I would.
Can they ask after the 4th game?
No, only after the 3rd game or when it
Oh,
breaks.
so
Or
it's
if
all
the
or nothing.
ball's like
Yeah.
actually like faulty. But it is different on the glass court compared to a regular court, so I don't know.
Nice drop.
Oh, I
He
think
got
he
it.
got
that was
that
clean.
somehow.
That was clean.
But he also had no space to that shot. That
Yeah.
was probably a stroke.
I don't think they would have given the stroke, though. He had to
No,
play
but
it.
he had to do a little like
Yeah.
chip, like a half a swing. Like he didn't give him the space to hit that ball properly. Otherwise, he would have won that point.
Oh, David's going to win that point there.
Oh,
Yep.
this is momentum shifting here.
Yasin Amir says commentators are slowly getting out of hand. Not slowly, Yasin. We've been out of hand the whole time.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not our first.
It's never been in hand.
I mean, you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah. If you want to go watch proper commentary, there's PSA Squash TV. Joey and PJ are great.
Well, you get what you pay for, Brad.
You get what you pay for. Yeah. We're not even paid.
And they can always just put it on mute, Brad. I mean, to be fair. Like, if they
That's
don't like
true.
the sound of our voice, what we're saying, they think we're stupid, I wouldn't blame them.
I know my
Mute
girlfriend
us.
wishes she could do that to me a lot.
She probably does.
I think she tries to. That's why
I
she does
heard
a
you're
lot of
getting some new
yoga,
bunnies,
meditation. No, we're not. No,
Oh,
that's not.
well,
a thing.
that's just not what I heard tonight. I heard.
No.
Congratulations, by the way.
It's not
I heard you're
happening.
getting 2 new bunnies.
Not
so
happening. No.
Breaking news to
Bunnies
the
are
entire
terrible
squash
pets.
population.
Terrible pets.
Oh, he's so good at that cross-court kill.
It looks like we're not getting the stream going through correctly online. I don't know if anyone can tell me here.
This is a long grinding
The
point.
feed has died,
Uh-oh.
so I'm going to
What a
look at
rally.
it.
And it's dying during the best rally of the
I
match.
know. This is terrible.
It's
If
the
you can
best
hear me,
rally
I'm
of the
sorry.
match. Oh, what a rally. It says it's still streaming. It says it's still streaming. Or is it the cameras died, or?
It's still going.
But there's no picture. Brad, right here. There's no picture.
Oh, wait. FTV isn't flashing. What the heck is that? Video up. Let me check YouTube.
Yeah, it could be a loose cable. But people are gonna have to listen to the match. That's a problem. No, don't do that. Black screen. Yes. Okay.
Neither of you's working.
Okay. Well, technical difficulties. Do.
That's really weird. Oh, I bet it's like the camera upstairs. Hey guys, sorry, we know the feed has gone out. We think someone tripped the cable upstairs. You can still hopefully see the score, and you can listen to our soothing voices. Con just hit a very bad unforced error 10 there to go down 6-2. We are looking right now to try and get this figured out. Our main IT guy is not here.
Let's go, David.
Really hoping to get this figured out soon, although David's up 7-2, so it may not matter for much longer. We'll see. Con is starting to get out of sorts here. So David and Con battling the left, and Con just hit a pretty good boast, but wow. David responds with a nice lob. Con cross-court volley, and David just a fantastic drop to win the point. Up 8-2. Con actually is smiling at him and congratulating him on that shot. It almost feels like Con's calling this one in now. I know he's probably not. He's a veteran here, but 8-2. 8-2. David trying here to win the point of the volley, and yep, just hit a really nice drop in the front right that Con wasn't able to get. He nearly got it. We got the Badger up 9-2, 2 points away from the championship. And not a great boast off the turner serve there by Con, and a tin boast, and he is very upset. That's probably the most upset he's been. Yeah, that's most upset he's been this entire tournament. And he's pretty dejected now. He's all done out. 10-2. And that's a pretty weak return serve. I mean, 10-2 down. Not much you can do about it. David wins. Wow. What a win by David. Back-to-back wins. Really sorry the few went out here at the very end. All right, T-Guy is not here. Con was very gracious here. He's smiling. Shook his hand. That's a great win for David. The crowd is just loving this. Wow. Standing ovation here for David. Great win. Oh, it just came back. Well, good luck, everybody. Well, it just came back and it's over. Well, that wraps up the Nash Cup 2023. We will have a award ceremony coming out soon. I don't know if you're going to stick around and watch it, but feel free to if you want, or send David a congratulatory message on a great win and a fantastic match. Back-to-back Canadian champions. Pretty awesome. First time ever for Nash Cup.
There's a flashing button up there.